to push the button. Holy crap. It's time to go live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I wasn't planning on doing a stream tonight, but, you know, I had the time, and I just had so much fun over on Midnight's Edge After Dark that I wanted to give you guys a stream. So, yay. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Frank, the Shahan and the Shahan Wiener Dog Clan. Keo Rogers. I can never say your name. I'm so sorry. Hello, Lando Calrissian. Hello, D. Lunar Fox. Adam Shahan. Evil Ash is here. I know CD Horde was here. Yeah, hello, everybody. I'm scrolling back. We had a lot of people waiting there, so. Hello, everybody. These are fun. I like doing these streams for you guys. I love coming on, and God, we have so many, awesome. We have so many, like, awesome viewers and stuff. Hello, DJ Ray. Hello, Captain April. I'm here. The party may commence. Thank you. CD Horde's back. Welcome back. Oh, Lord. These are fun. We had some fun stuff come up today over the weekend. We had some fun stuff. We had some annoying stuff. We had some mess stuff. Hello, Valor J Omega. Yeah, God, we got some cool stuff to talk about. I'm waiting for my count to adjust because I see like 20 people in chat and it says one person's watching. So come on, YouTube, fix your crap. Evil Ash. At least the new Doctor Who wasn't god awful. Yeah, it wasn't the best episode, but it wasn't an SJW nightmare. Yes, exactly. That is kind of one of my biggest. One of my biggest pet peeves is when we have these sort of SJW propaganda shows, and they did quite a bit. Oh, here, I gotta take out my thing. My USB. There. USB. I had to remove that because it's like bothering me. Hello, Blasted Heath. Let's talk about Star Trek. We're going to talk about Doctor Who. We're going to talk about Star Trek. God, oh, Lord. I didn't get alert. I saw you on Twitter. Awesome. That is awesome. Oh, I have to send out one message here. Oh. Blue. Yeah, I saw. So I put it on Twitter. Hopefully you guys see it on Twitter. I should probably retweet and make sure it's live. My Twitter, if you guys don't have my Twitter, it is kind of my YouTube notifications. It's because I uploaded 2 videos today. That was it. So, well, the voice actress who played She-Ra isn't yielding. I know. Well, that was a story from a few days ago, too. We shared. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'm scared what element of the old series are they were now. Okay, well, if you guys haven't watched my video on it, we'll do a quick recap on some of the Doctor Who, or not the Doctor Who, the Star Trek news. They're bringing back the Talosians. I can't say it. Yeah, they're just they're bringing back the Talosians, and let me find it. Let me find the article. Well, without looking at the article, one of the things they're doing is they're saying it's going to be a prequel to The Cage. Thing is, The Cage takes place 3 years before Discovery. You can't have a prequel to something that happened 3 years in the past. It's kind of stupid. Spock has a soy beard. Yes, he does. Spook. November's next month. I'm a dude, and I think She-Ra was awesome. Well, the original voice actress from She-Ra was awesome. The original She-Ra wasn't bad either. Yes, Speck, get it right. I call him Spuck the Cuck. I've been calling him Spuck because he's kind of soy Spock. He's kind of Speck. He's kind of Spuck. He's Mock. Oh, Lord. But that's one of the things they're going to be ruining. They're going to be completely ignoring General Order number 7, and they're going to Talos 4 probably, and they're going to have all kinds of shit happen with that. Oh boy, they're probably going to be redoing The Cage, which is going to be really crapping annoying. It's like they're doing all these name drop references because they think that's what Star Trek fans are about. They think we want the references. We don't want the references. We just want good stories. He's Mock. Oh God, what sucks. Why are they reintroducing him? Because they promised they wouldn't. Because they're not getting any recognition. People know Spock because Big Bang Theory. They know Spock. They know Kirk. I mean, as it is, they're playing, the people on Discovery, like, even the actors are kind of not really aware that there's a difference between Spock and Kirk, you know? Or, not Spock and Kirk, Pike and Kirk. So, yeah, they ruined Spock, check. It looks like they're ruining that. Will there be women the big breasts wrapped in like Nick Cage? I don't think so. Probably not, because we can't have pretty attractive big-breasted women in this day and age, or SJWs will complain. It is dumb. It is so stupid. It is so stupid. I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they have to do that. They need to make another horrible short for CBS All Access. Oh well, that's coming. That's coming. We're gonna have another horrible short for CBS All Access, and that's coming up in November. Remember when Pike copulated with that green chick? No. Apparently Tilly is the fat chick, according to fans of STD. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they probably don't even know her character name. Worf is better than Spock, in my opinion, anyway. I think so many people were better than Spock. Spock was great, but, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of a Data fan, personally. I really liked Data. Probably more than Spock, but... John Donato, just want to say that I discovered you yesterday. I love, love, love. There's a channel dedicated to bashing Discovery. People on the Trek subreddit are so salty. I love it. I'm not on the Trek subreddit because I argue. I get into it so much with people on Twitter. There's a lot of us who do bash Discovery. I mean, I really got into a lot of that with coming from like the Midnight's Edge family, as I pretty much do. They started they kind of started me on the crusade back in with the Ghostbusters 2016 nonsense, when with a lot of the crap with the fan bashing. But yeah, I like Data. I wonder why. Well, he is also fully functional. SJWs are the Borg. They kind of are. Pike equals Kirk. Tellable white patriarchs. Yeah, another short with no crew protecting the ship. Oh, Tilly should have been blown out into space herself for that. Did anybody see the short bus trek? Did anybody see that? It is so stupid. I'm working on, my graphic designer is actually working on a graphic for the short bus trek. And it's going to be cool, so hopefully he can get that made for me. Hello, Jeffrey Carnes! Data was cool. I preferred 7 to 9. 7 to 9's cool, too. They crucify anyone who has anything negative to say about Discovery. Yeah, they do. They do. They really get in your face. And my whole theory about that is, like, Discovery is kind of made for the generation of people who are on their cell phones texting. They have a lot of loud noises and flashing lights to know when to look up. They don't really give you a coherent plot. And yeah, it's bad. Discovery is bad. It has been kind of one of my missions in life to destroy Star Trek Discovery. My favorite character is most likely Barclay. Barclay's fine too. I like Barclay. It was very dumb. No one in any of the 90s Treks would have done something as stupid as Tilly did. Yeah, and that's the thing. That is one of those things. Like, nobody would have done any of the stuff they do in Discovery. It's crazy. I'm an old school Trek fan. I'm an old person. I'm older than I look, you know. I've got my little Trek plushies behind me because, you know, I guess I have to prove my geek cred or something. I don't know. I don't know. I read off Discovery when I saw the Klingons. Well, they're Kling orcs. As I can't imagine a Starfleet officer wandering around and with an alien letting them go without anyone finding it. I know, even if this had happened to Deanna, she would have been, yeah, I have to tell somebody. She would have told somebody. She would have told Riker. She would have told Worf. She would have told the captain. You have to have some sort of basic trust in your crew. This is why you don't let cadets fly around on Starfleet. Or in Starfleet. This is why they're cadets. Especially when she's portrayed as an awkward and frightened character. Well, they're so inconsistent with her, too. Sometimes she's brilliant, sometimes not. She's not supposed to be on the spectrum, from what I'm understanding, but she kind of acts like she is, and this is what pisses people off. Blasted Heath, it's too late for the D7 now, yeah. You can get the same thing out of STD as a speak and say. Oh, yeah, that too. Like, Hat is interested in the stream. He keeps brushing his face against the screen. Aw, kitty! Does he need treats? Treats! I know, I always say that on there, like, and people are like, oh my god, now my cat's looking for treats because they recognize your voice. Hello, Willie Woodward. Hello, Barry Miller. How are you today? I'm good. I didn't have to watch Discovery today, so I'm good. You can just sneak onto a Federation starship. I know. Hello, Bad Wolf Gamer. Hello, Dr. Coffin Nails. Hello, Thundermax. Hey, beautiful lady, you just wondering, which show do you like more, Babylon 5 or Deep Space Nine? Babylon 5. I am a Babylon 5 fan. I love Deep Space Nine, don't get me wrong. I love Babylon 5 just a little more. And I think it's just because it had better bad guys. It had more interesting bad guys. The Dominion and the Founders weren't the best bad guys, in my opinion. They were alright. They were pretty good. You know, Gul Dukat was good. Garrick was an amazing character. If every character on Deep Space Nine had been written like Garrick, I think I would have enjoyed it just that much more, but... She was in charge of the ship to explode. Well, yeah, she did the same stupid thing like that Mikey Spock would have done, and had Tilly gone to Michael Burnham, had Tilly gone over to Michael Burnham and said that, like, this is the one episode you needed Michael Burnham, and she didn't go to her, you know, like, hey, I have this person here who's invisible, and she's part porcupine, part Suliban. It's insane. Where's Jeffrey Combs? Jeffrey Combs, man, Jeffrey Combs is awesome. He's probably one of my favorite people. I absolutely loved pretty much anything he's in. I absolutely love him. If he watches my channel, dude, you're an amazing he'll never watch my channel because I say too much bad stuff about Discovery, probably. I think I'm blocked by all the Star Trek actors. But, you know, he was Reanimator. Just saying. Apparently Discovery got its food dispenser from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy universe. How was she able to make the giant food fight scene happen? It's like they wanted... They write these episodes to where they want to have a shot. You know, oh, we need a shot where all the food dispensers go haywire, and they don't think why. They don't think of how it would happen. Also, hello, hippie crusher, welcome. Dragonwater, I would sooner watch the adventures of the EMH squad than Discovery. And yeah, I would sooner watch Tom Paris go warp 10, I think, than Discovery. Which was your favorite aliens in Bat 5? The melon heads, the guys with the crazy hair, or the insect aliens that hid in the armor? Which one? The melon heads? You mean the Narn? The Narn are they're kind of lizard, they're reptilian. The guys with the crazy hair are Centauri. The insect aliens that hid inside the armor, those actually are not insect aliens. I hate to break it to you. You will see if you keep watching Babylon 5 with me on the watch parties. They are not insect aliens. The Vorlons are great. I love the Vorlons. I don't know if I have a favorite alien race. I love the Techno Mages. Can I just say the Techno Mages? They're not aliens, though, sometimes. But no, I like the Centauri a lot, too. I really like the Centauri. And the Vorlon and the Shadows. See, a possible Disco fan tried to troll me after I left a comment on your last video arguing how I explained the characters was the same age as her planet. I got a chuckle out of it. Well, they don't understand. They don't understand. The character's not the same age as the planet. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. I'd like to think Jeffrey Combs wouldn't come near Discovery. I would hope not. I mean, hopefully he has enough work to keep him away from it. I hope Disney doesn't ruin the Orville. I don't think it will. I really don't think it will. So I always thought that they write the scenes based around the CGI they want to use. Yeah, this is why you got the well, this is why you had the Empress Georgiou's ship with the giant glowy thing that then they later had to kind of say, oh, we have the shot rendered. We can't say it's like powered off a black hole. Oh, we'll just say it's the spore stuff again. We'll just say it's the mycelial network again. Heard that DS9 is kind of derivative of Babylon 5. True, they're similar. They're similar. DS9, I think, did actually rip off quite a bit from Babylon 5. Matthew, like that you were subscribing. Let me turn this up so you guys can hear that, because I don't have my headphones plugged in. You can't hear it. For whatever reason, it doesn't give me the desktop audio when I don't have that. Hello, Thomas Potts. The shadows are cool. They are awesome. Blasted Heath, can't wait for STD elevator scene. I'm already laughing on the inside. Oh no, oh no. He says, I don't care. I was asking to be friendly. Oh, that's fine. That's good. Oh, Lord. Vorlons are evil. Random person says. Are you hate watching season 2? I'm watching it to review it. I'm kind of watching it to try and save Star Trek for the most part. We have a lot of people in kind of the canon wars in our community, in our sort of group of YouTubers that are really trying to save Star Wars and Star Trek and all of that. You know, there's the Fandom Menace and the canon wars and all these people. We're trying to kind of save the stuff we grew up with. So we're not actually out there hate watching. So I don't know if you know any of the High Council people or any of those sort of channels. But I'm kind of the Star Trek side of things myself. Johnny 5 would make a better crew member. Johnny 5 is alive. That more than we can say about Michael Burnham, who's wood. Well, we do have the Michael Burnham emoji, too. I haven't plugged the Michael Burnham emoji. And I have not plugged it also can be used as a Brie Larson emoji. We also have my mecha emoji and our shadow ship emoji. And, of course, the Derpicorn from the cross-eyed unicorn from She-Ra. And if you guys do want access to that, there's a little thing next to the super chat that's $4.99 a month to kind of join. It's joining on YouTube Gaming, technically, but we came over from gaming and we're grandfathered in. Star Trek, austerity, 1/3 of Starfleet has been cut. Yeah, but it shouldn't have been. Canon Wars. Why can't the reboot creators take a hint from Twin Peaks: The Return or Cobra Kai? Freaking Cobra Kai. It wasn't a reboot. It was more of a... Oh, Thomas Potts, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. And hopefully we have the audio up. I might just have to do this, but then I won't hear the pop-up myself. The derpicorn. Do you guys like the derpicorn? The porg moved. Sometimes they do move. Sometimes the porgs do move. What you gotta watch out for is Audrey too. She will come down and she will grow and she will eat everything. So that's the one you gotta watch out for is Audrey. Not Freddy, not Jason, not the Red Yoshi. I think we are gonna look at putting the derpicorn on a t-shirt for you guys, and probably my little mecha emoji. I think that's gonna be like a channel logo. Newton Crosby. Ona's going live in just a few. Oh, well, thanks for telling me. Tell him I'm sorry. I didn't know he was gonna stream for sure. Willy Woodward. I finally saw the trailer of STD Season 2 today. It looked like a space version of the Mothman prophecies. Yeah, it looked bad. It looked really bad. We got Spock with a beard. Spuck the Cuck, as I call him. Oh, Lord. It's bad. If you make videos for Season 2, count me in as a new viewer. I still haven't finished Season 1, and I don't know if I want to. I might kind of lump them all together. I don't know. I might try and lump them all together. I will definitely be making videos for Season 2. I don't know if I'm going to do them as in-depth as I used to, because it takes a lot out of me to kind of sit there and watch it, grab screenshots, send the screenshots over from the device. Yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while. Does Audrey too like sucking on Harvey's tentacles? I don't know. I put that picture out there. And I'm like, Harvey, I think I found a pet for you. You might want to mate with it. And he didn't answer back, so. Spock the Lesser. Spock the Lesser, the elven Spock from the Lord of the Rings because they're all the same franchise, right? Spock the Cuck can't hit the puck. Yes, Pakmara life. Pakmara lives matter, damn it. Starfleet loses a second war to the Dominion due to the budget, fleet, and crew cuts. Turns out the Ferengi have turned the UFP into a profit organization over exploration and military. That would work. Has there been an away mission on STD without Burnham? No, I don't think there has. Well, she's like one of the problems with STD is that they make her the main character. We don't have main characters in Star Trek. We have an ensemble cast. And that's one of the biggest problems. Harvey's still looking for boobies and waffles. Harvey's seen boobs. Harvey has a cell phone. He can find them. Alexa, blue waffle. No. Here's the part of the stream where I make everybody's Alexas go off and look up porn. Is Vulcan now elvish? Well, that's the thing. I think he kind of is. I think he kind of is. He looks like an elf from Lord of the Rings. Let me see if I can pull up Spock here without completely killing my stream. Does Harvey get an alternate version of these crappy movies we're all watching? I don't know. I think we are in the alternate version with all of the crappy movies. I think that's what we're in. I'm pretty sure that's what we're in now. Tippy Tail Kitty, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I just like it when YouTubers say my name. Oh, I like Tippy Tail kitties. I like little kitties. That looks like a cute little Russian blue. Aw, I like kitty cats. Did you play Fallout 3 or New Vegas? I didn't. I don't like a lot of the first person kind of RPG sort of. I don't like them when they're too intense for the first person games. He certainly looks magical. He does. Spock looks a little bit like he looks magically delicious, doesn't he? With those pointy ears and the elfin sort of boyish face that looks like it'd be perfect in Lord of the Rings or something. Gray cats are sweet. Gray cats are sweet. My cat's the Siamese. He's a sweetie too. Spoyok. Oh, he looks like he's Cybok-ish. They will change Spock's blood type to red and make him emo with pointy ears. Well, did you see the picture that they had? Let me find it. I don't want to find it on Twitter here. Let's see. Ethan Peck. Spock images. Let me pull him up. He looks like he's wearing pink lipstick on some of these. Like he really looks like he's wearing pink lipstick. Here, let me see. Do I have my display capture up? Yeah. All right. Doesn't he look like he's wearing lipstick? I mean, I don't know. I'm still kicking myself because I'm supposed to be working on cartoons, but I'm glued to your stream. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I don't want to like keep you guys from being productive. He looks like a young Elrond. You might like the older Fallout games since those are turn-based. I don't know. I really don't have time for any games. I mean, I'm not going to be able to play much Red Dead Redemption 2 when that comes out. So I don't know. I also really don't like post-apocalyptic, what's the word I'm looking for? Dystopian futures. He's a soy boy. No, it's no lipstick. It's not lipstick. Well, that's just how he kind of looks. I mean, he looks very... He doesn't really look Vulcan so much. Especially with the beard. The beard makes him look like he's out of, like, medieval, old school, old times, right? Anna Do says, just watch Doctor Who. Okay, episode like the companions. Just wish it was Capaldi. Can't get used to a woman. I'm a woman, by the way, so I'm not misogynist. And is it sad we're kind of in that day and age where we have to kind of justify that? Where we have to justify, you know, I'm a woman and I don't like this or that. Yeah, it's really sad that we have to deal with that in this day and age. Oblivion or Skyrim? I didn't play Oblivion. I really didn't play any of the games until Skyrim came out. Because I don't like the carry weight, and that's what killed me on those games. Plus, I really didn't play a whole lot of games. In that time, I was working my ass off. Like, I think the only game I really played was Terraria, so I played a little bit of Skyrim. I've got about 40 hours into Skyrim. That's enough. That's enough. That's more than enough. I got to see the bunnies levitate, and I got to see my horse do a lot of things with physics that it shouldn't be able to do, you know? Like, defy gravity, so yay, win for me. Kill it with fire, Dr. Coffin Nail says. Games this fall are kind of overpriced and suck. I think that's just the AAA gaming industry, and I don't really do a lot of AAA games. Once in a blue moon, I'll do a AAA game. He has an emo haircut, too. They usually do. They usually do. We're living in dystopia. I know. I think we are. Never played Skyrim, but I played Oblivion on console. Never played it on PC. Same goes for Fallout 3 and New Vegas. See, I have Skyrim, but I haven't modded to make it easier. I haven't modded to get rid of the carry weight and all the things that kind of annoy me. And get rid of the lockpicks. I had to get rid of the lockpicks. Atra Hassiz appears as if by magic. Well, thank you for showing up. This is kind of a spur-of-the-moment stream. Yes, horses defy gravity because gravity is faux suckas. Yeah, it is. It is. Absolutely. We are in the mirror universe, kind of. I think we are. Drawing water. I'm waiting for the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I played Spyro a little bit. I played a couple of them a long time ago on PlayStation. One of my problems with video games is I never finish them. I kind of say, okay, I played this, now I lost interest. So, the new Fist of the North Star game is great. What have I been playing? I've been playing pinball. I play pinball, that's about it. And I've been playing, like, Yokai Watch Blasters, which sucks. It's terrible. I lost interest about 10 hours in. And we're in the clown universe. The mirror universe would at least make sense. See, now I should have worn my Killer Clown shirt instead of something low cut for you guys. I usually wear something low cut for YouTube. $80 whole people will actually pay for. $80 for Fallout Vault. Really? Wow. And I'm not even gonna play that. For an online MMO with no NPCs. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Gamepad, I have New Vegas and Fallout 3 modded with A Tale of Two Wastelands. Same time when firing up for Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Yeah, those games just don't look interesting to me. They look like there's too... Kind of like the Borderlands games. You know, I played a little bit until it got too RPG and too many... Okay, upgrade this. Change out this pack and this shield and ugh. It's like, no, just do it automatically for me. I don't have time. I don't have time. Why? Boobs are awesome. I know, but you guys are talking about clowns. Modern games don't have that feel about them. Well, and that's true, too. Like, I got Assassin's Creed Origins because I love that ancient Egyptian stuff, and that game was just boring. I wandered around, I got bored, and that was it. You love the low cut. Well, thank you. As long as you're making an effort, topless would be my preference. They don't allow it on YouTube. I want to play the old pinball machine. My video rental place had it. I love pinball. I love, my favorite pinball is like Elvira Pinball. Scared Stiff is one of the best pinball tables ever, and the Universal Monster Bash and the Star Trek The Next Generation pinball table. I love those so much. Oh, and Medieval Madness. Love that one too. Clown boobies. Never mention clown boobies. Topless wouldn't be family friendly. We need tassels. Well, I'm not family friendly as it is. I mean, fuck family friendly. I swear like a sailor. I made a whole video that got like 10,000 views that's still monetized, where I basically called Michael Burnham a cunt for about 10 minutes, so. Twitch allows body painting, so why doesn't YouTube? I don't know. I would never do body painting. I don't do cosplay either, so I would just never do it. Hello, Eldon Adams. Welcome. Pinball makes me mad. The ball always goes right in the middle, depending on the table. Depending on the table. Depending on the table. Some of them are bad, some of them are good. Valor Jam make up my mom likes your streams. Oh no. So being concerned about getting ripped off as being one-sided. Yeah. Yes, and the tassel should be red. Well, that's funny. I was watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark last night, and I forgot she has the tassel scene at the end in her Vegas show. I used to love that as a kid. That's where my sense of humor comes from. It's from, you know, Cassandra Peterson. Like that. Thank you for my sense of humor. So, clown boobies, new Klingon boobies, predator boobies, all deeply troubling. Well, you said the magic word. You guys did say the magic word about the Klingon boobs, so, did my picture get moved? I don't know if my picture got moved. I don't think it did. Oh no, that's just how it looks. You guys said the magic word about the Klingon boobs. I know, disturbing. Make it stop. Are we talking about Star Trek? Can we talk about music? If you want to talk about music, talk about music. We got Doctor Who stuff that I was talking about a little bit. Star Trek Discovery, the new short bus trek, all that wonderful garbage. Be as cheap as humanly possible with games. Yeah, I wish games were cheaper. I usually wait a while. I mean, I'm going to have to probably buy Red Dead Redemption when it comes out. I'm going to see what the reviews say. Without getting into too many spoilers, but how about the Orville? Oh, I love the Orville. Absolutely love the Orville. You can't fap to that. You can't fap to Klingon tits. I'm sorry. Like, or these new Klingorks. The old Klingon women were hot. EA is killing the game industry. EA is killing the game industry. EA is doing a lot of, EA does a lot of crap. Definitely. That was disturbing. Hey, I didn't put it in the show. So Star Trek is now at the point where we have swearing, we have nudity, we have gore, and it's not Star Trek anymore. I mean, I am so tired of it not being, it's just not Star Trek. It's just not. It's crap. It is not Star Trek, and it's terrible, and I can't go on about it anymore. To quote movie Waterworld, it doesn't, I didn't see it, it scrolled. It does look like shit, it does. I won't pay more than $40 for Red Dead 2. I probably will pay $60, and I'll probably regret it, because I'll probably play like 3 hours and then realize I have no time for video games, and it's gonna suck. Spock's new dialogue, what up, dog? I know, because we already have Tilly with her little sugars, awesome. And, you know, holy shit. Or whatever the hell her line was. I know she's like, fuck. Abrams killed Star Trek forever. I think so too. Because it's not Star Trek, it's Half-Baked Babylon 5. Oh, that's an insult to being Half-Baked Babylon 5. If it were Half-Baked Babylon 5, I think I wouldn't mind it. Naked Klingons look like naked zombies. I'm glad my mom didn't even hear STD until I asked her about it. Yeah. Don't. They do. They look like corpses. They look like dried turds. They look horrible. Mine's the Facebook episode Planet. What's a Facebook episode? I don't even have Facebook. I'm like so out of touch. Tilly broke so many protocols on the short bus. She did. She absolutely did. She broke all these protocols and every other damn thing. It's Half-Baked SJW Star Wars. There you go. Yeah, we got the SJW crap in Star Wars and Star Trek now, and it's really freaking annoying. It's really freaking annoying. I can't stand it. I'm opposed to any sort of social media on account of it being radioactive cancer. Well, I kind of have to have at least Twitter for YouTube. I should probably have a Facebook group. I wouldn't know what to do with it. That's the thing. I wouldn't know what to do with it. STD does not get mentioned anywhere near my family. That's a good rule. It's kind of like politics and religion. You don't want to talk about those things because they're just going to cause trouble. No comparing Abrams' Star Trek to Half-Baked Babylon 5 is being too kind to Abrams' Trek. Oh, no. No. Leave it to Mikey Spock to break Star Trek. She's a Mary Sue, straight up. She did. Absolutely. But J.J. Abrams killing our beloved franchises one at a time. I know. What is his deal? He looks like a nerd. Like, what the hell is his problem with other nerds? I'm connected to the internet via a wooden phone mounted to my kitchen wall. I have to ask Gladys to connect me every time you stream. Wow. Wow. Hopefully that's not a problem. I do like getting on and live streaming quite a bit. I try and do sometimes in the evening, sometimes in the afternoon. So we'll see. Like tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. So tomorrow will probably be an afternoon stream because it's Tuesday. Sorry for the outburst. I'm just still amused from Tom and Rob earlier. What did you say about the outburst? I didn't see the outburst. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, Rob and Tom are great. Those guys are definitely... We have a lot of fun over there, for sure. I thought you liked the Orville. I do. I love the Orville. I do love the Orville. And I can't... When the chat is this many people, I can't stay too much on every single comment. I'm trying to get to everybody as much as I can, but we have 42 people and it's kind of flying. So if I do miss you guys, I'm so sorry. I'll try and hit everybody up. Take a moment now to show us your honest reaction. If JJ would remake Babylon 5, I would probably rip his fucking head off and shove concrete down his neck hole. Figuratively, not literally. I would never actually physically assault the man, but I would want to. I would think about it. Do not remake Babylon 5 with JJ in charge. You cannot do that. Just do not remake Babylon 5 with JJ. It's too ridiculous. It's one of those things I have to smile for. But yeah, I do love the Orville. It is really fun. I like it a lot. It's very much the Trek that I wanted. J-Day doesn't get a pass forever because of Lost. Well, I never watched Lost. That was the thing. Well, Lost didn't look very good. Michael Bay would make everything explode. Yeah, probably. Lost was a show trolling the audience. I think it's one of those shows where they had like a good idea and then they never thought it through to the end and they accidentally got picked up for a series. That is kind of my impression with a lot of these TV shows that don't get finished, is that they don't realize the ones that they really put a lot of passion and work into never get picked up for beyond a pilot, and stuff like Lost, it got picked up but they had no idea how to end it. So they were just kind of flying on the seat of their pants. Bad news for sci-fi fans. Found out today Kathleen Kennedy had her contract renewed for 3 more years, and now the 2nd season of STD is coming. Is good sci-fi dead now? Yes. Yes, it is. Well, no, we have the Orville, and I hear The Expanse is good, but we knew that Kathleen Kennedy had her contract renewed like a couple of weeks ago. No, Kiva Goldsman should remake Babylon 5. No, neither of them. The Tarantino track. I don't think that'll happen. You're a robot. You should be able to read every comment. I guess I have to upgrade your software again. I know. Hello, Patrick Olinger. Welcome. Cultural Marxism is trying hard to destroy everything made in the West. I don't think it's so much that. I think they're just out of ideas. I don't think it's anything that malicious. I think a lot of it is the studios putting the spin to kind of cover their asses, and they don't realize how much it is destroying us. Babylon 5 is coming to Netflix. It is on Netflix. No, it's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon. It's on one of those. It's on one of those that I don't have. But I have the DVDs, so that's okay. And that's the thing. I'd rather buy the DVDs for something. What if Ryan Johnson remade Battlestar Galactica? We already got one. We already have a Battlestar Galactica remake, and it was good. Trek Yards! Hello, Trek Yards! How's it going? It's going good. This is a spur-of-the-moment live stream. Everybody check out Trek Yards. They're in chat. They're awesome. They talk about starships and stuff. They're kind of a different sort of channel. They're a lot less angry. They're a lot more fair about Discovery, but they are really cool. So yes. And hail Trek Yards. Let's see. Thinking of picking up the original Trek soon on physical disc. Do it. And if it doesn't matter which quality, you can get these that I have. You can get it on DVD pretty cheap if you don't mind it being or not being on Blu-ray. They're the polite ones of the family. They are. They're the fair and neutral ones. They don't want to cause fights. They don't want to do, they don't want to get into it. Valor J Omega says, if it makes you feel any better, my mom wanted to cover his in Honey and leave JJ above an anthill after the first Trek movie. That's funny, actually. That's funny. That is funny. Lost made me with the multiple explanations of the smoke monster. Oh no. See, Lost I wanted to check out because I knew Mira Furlan was in like an episode or two. I never got past it because I didn't have TV then. So I watched like a couple of episodes, and it's one of those shows you have to watch the entire thing, start to finish. Never really got past that. Captain Foley is a drunk uncle. Anti-Tracker is a cranky grandpa. Kinda. Absolutely. Keep Rian Johnson away from anything sci-fi. Imagine what he would do if he got his hands on Battlestar Galactica or Babylon 5, or worse yet, Back to the Future. They keep trying to remake Back to the Future. That's one of those things. I keep hearing they're gonna like gender swap Marty, and I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Any media reproduction device that doesn't have a crank and a large horn is the work of Satan. No, like a Babylon 5 is the SJW remake of Babylon 5. Fuck. Well, this is what they did with Ghostbusters. Those women, between the four of them, they never shut the hell up for a second in that whole movie. They just kept going and going. And it's fine if you're like doing radio, which is kind of what I'm doing here. You don't want a lot of dead air, especially if you're a one-woman show. But if you're one of those atmospheric, supposed to be scripted movies, you want to take time and like pause and react and set up some drama and suspense. They didn't do any of that on Ghostbusters. Where does that put me, Captain April? I don't know. Where does that put Captain April? I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it that far. Isn't that what all women do? Sometimes. Not so much when, like, I don't know. I don't like being on streams with a lot of other women. I mean, it depends on the woman, but, like, yeah. When I'm on stream with other people, I usually don't dominate the conversation too much. This is why we were doing the ladies' nights over on Midnight's Edge, and I tended to shut up for the most part unless I was, like, really, really angry about something. Try to imagine an Abrams version of RoboCop. No, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense at all. I thought no one could touch Back to the Future. Well, no one can touch Back to the Future, in my opinion. No one should touch Back to the Future, for sure. Why couldn't we get Ghostbusters 3? That's all I wanted. I think that's all any of us wanted. That's all any of us wanted. But we do have that video game, so go find a used copy. They have it on, like, Xbox 360. Hello, Pogo's Place. Welcome. Pogo's Place is another awesome YouTuber here. They do gaming and stuff, so go check them out. Go check him out. He does like a lot of. He's playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I can't remember the name of the new one. They release a new Assassin's Creed game every year. No one can remake Back to the Future. I would hope so. Which Ghostbusters? Sylvia and Mecha livestream for the wins. But Sylvia isn't annoying. Sylvia's not an annoying woman who, like, yells and screams about stuff, and she has a brain and isn't opinionated in the wrong way, I think. We did have Ghostbusters 3. That was the Melissa McCarthy one, right? No, that was the remake. It was a reboot / sequel that wanted to be its own thing by referring to the other one as much as possible. It was terrible. No, get the video game. That is Ghostbusters 3. The video game is Ghostbusters 3, in my opinion. Ghosts in London, Reese's Pieces. I saw something, Eric Stoltz as Marty. Well, that was the original. That was the original that we didn't... I think they shot most of the movie, and they realized that Eric Stoltz wasn't that charismatic, so they just grabbed Michael J. Fox from the set of Teen Wolf. Ghosts, London, Chavs, and Cornetto. Is that like the Cornetto trilogy? Remake Ghost Dad with Tyler Perry. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hello, Frey Rolf. Welcome. Tommy Wiseau would make a good captain for Star Trek. Tommy Wiseau would make a better Star Trek than Discovery. Tommy Wiseau's Star Trek would be more entertaining. The Room is a better movie than Star Trek Discovery because it goes from point A to point B and then it has a conclusion. Things happen and line up, you know? They aren't very deep, and they aren't really fun, and they aren't very well written or well acted, but at least they line up from point A to point B. They're not kind of all over the place. You don't have people completely fucking up their motivations for no reason, and that's kind of crazy. Watch Isaac Arthur. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Watch Party American Werewolf in London. Maybe. I don't think I've seen that in a long time. Not a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Samuel L. Jackson is a Romulan. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson could play pretty much anything. Most of the TNG cast are directors now. They are. So Eric Stoltz is a major jerk. I don't know. I didn't really know him. I don't know him that well. I've never met him, so I can't say. AJ Fox was in an animated movie called Atlantis. He played a Daniel Jackson type character, and that was quite fun. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, which animated movie of Atlantis? Was that a Disney one? I don't like Disney animated movies at all. At all. Get these fucking quantum singularities off my bridge. Well, see, I think Samuel L. Jackson would have the ability to understand Star Trek better than Sonequa Martin Green, and that's I always pick on her, but she's not good on Star Trek Discovery. Isaac Arthur is a great YouTube channel. Check it out. If I have time. I don't have time to watch anything. I'm on YouTube constantly. I'm constantly either making videos, researching videos, on Twitter looking for stuff, and yeah. That was by Disney Atlantis. They even came out with a part 2. Wow. Yeah, yeah. That's something that's way past my time. That is way past my time. But Harvey can make a better Star Trek movie with his eyes closed. Probably. What, Harvey? Not Harvey? Is this not Harvey? What do you work? I work this. I work YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. So, you know, they're not expected, but they are very much appreciated when you guys do donate and subscribe and like and thumbs up and share, because that every little click helps. So, yeah, punching the Biff actor for real. Wow. Would you like to see Chinese HK Wuxia in space? I have no idea what that is. So, no. D-Lunar Fox, something as an anime or a live. I'd like to see a rebirth of The Shadow. Like, which Shadow? Like the Shadow, like the old radio show? Like, nobody knows, but the Shadow knows? Something's in the background, and I figured is a store. No, this is just my office. This is just all the crap I've collected over the past 20 years. Some of it more. I've got some stuff from like the 80s up there. Megan needs a duplicate to handle the rest of her life. Yes. Doomcock can make a better Star Trek or Star Wars movie than both CBS and Disney. Yeah, probably. I think any of us could. I think any, like, between Trek Yards, Anti-Trekker, Midnight's Edge, any of us could make a better one. My cat could make a better thing than Star Trek Discovery, I think. Kung Fu in space with ray guns and starships. Oh no. Well, we already kind of have that with Captain Giorgio. It's the Orson Welles radio play, the character in the comic. The Shadow of Pulp Fiction in one movie. That would be weird. That'd be an odd combination. Doomcock is the Captain Mecha is #1. So what would Rob and Tom be? I don't know. What would Rob and Tom be? Comic relief? The writers? The people behind the scenes? I don't know. How about this? What do you think of the Halloween movie coming out this month? I think it'll be okay. I think it's going to be alright. I don't think it's going to be terrible. But I'm less invested in the Halloween franchise than Nightmare on Elm Street. And actually that should be out. Our interview with Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 should be out sometime. I don't know when. I know Tom has been working on editing that over on Midnight's Edge After Dark. I do have the raw interview, and I was going to ask him if I could put that on my Patreon, but I think he doesn't want to have just the raw unedited interview out there, because there was a couple of little, like, we had to pause and wait for stuff, and yeah. But H4O looks good. It looks alright. I think Venom's gonna drop in the box office, and I think everybody's just gonna go see Halloween because it's the season for it. And I think Halloween's gonna do pretty well for the rest of the month, more or less, unless it gets horrible reviews. But I don't think it's gonna get horrible reviews. JW Champagne just subscribed. Thank you for being a brand new subscriber. I really, really appreciate that. I'm trying not to miss any. Can I take a gameplay of Star Trek Online and my own voice acting? And there you go. Better movie or TV series than Discovery. Yeah, absolutely. Cat Trek. I think there is a Cat Trek. The 2012 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street sucked out. I didn't watch it. Because Robert Englund is Freddy. You cannot give me anybody other than Freddy. Period. 100%. Where's the new Halloween chronology? I'm confused. Tom would know for sure better than I would, because I really tuned out with Halloween. I didn't like the first one that much. I mean, it's okay. It's just very slow and has a low body count. So, I'm not the hugest Halloween fan. That's the thing. So I think there is kind of like a reboot-ish. I think they're rebooting like one of the sequels. Hello, Thurman Merman. I'm seeing a lot of new names in chat. No, Pulps preceded the comics. The Shadow was a great character. Let's see. A villain who is redeemed by becoming a hero with mental power to read cloud men's minds. Reading cloud men's minds. I haven't really watched a lot of the Shadow thing, but just like Phantasm, first 3 movies. I haven't seen the Phantasm movies since like 1989. I remember none of them. I remember kind of that they had the sphere and the tall man and it was creepy. So they're overriding Halloween 2. Okay, so they're overriding Halloween 2. Crazy Rich Asians in Space with Georgia was a better idea. Oh, Lord. Who the hell would support Antifa? Those people can die in a fire. I'm serious. They need to go. I hate SJW stuff. I'm tired of the SJW stealing punk rock hair. Hello, JG. I'm lurking but listening. Oh, sorry I wasn't on sooner. It's been a very crappy day, and I don't want to inflict it on the people in the chat. Oh, no worries. No worries, Stephanie Smith. What are your views on Leprechaun in Space? I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen any of the Leprechaun movies, actually. They look kind of dumb. I've not seen... I know, it's really bad. I'm like the horror person, and they just looked stupid. I'm sorry. I didn't... No, actually, SJWs hate white people. James Schaefer. You just earned a sub. Well, thank you. I gotta go. It was nice to hang out with you. Thank you for being here. I don't understand what that means, WSW. Why would you be pro-Antifa? Aren't those the assholes who go around assaulting people for no reason? Still gotta work for me to sub. I mean, if you want to sub, you can. If not, you know, I hate Star Trek Discovery, and I hate the new She-Ra reboot, and I love Babylon 5, so, you know, that's up to you if you wanna sub or not. Ever watch April Fools? I have not. I don't think I have, actually. Oh, Lord. I don't know who Kavanaugh is. Like, Christine Kavanaugh? Christine Kavanaugh was the voice of Chucky. So she played Chucky's sphinster. What the hell is Chucky's name on Rugrats? She was like a really popular voice actress back in the 90s. She actually passed away, sadly. That's the only Kavanaugh I know is Christine Kavanaugh. And she actually did one live action role. She was in an episode of Hey Jude. By the way, politics... Get out of the chat, you know, just fuck off with your politics. We don't talk politics here, by the way. I do play guitar. But yeah, so Christine Kavanaugh actually did, she had one live action role where she played Ug's sort of girlfriend Mona in an episode of, no, it wasn't Hey Dude, it was Salute Your Shorts. It was the camping one. She played Mona. She was like a camp counselor on Salute Your Shorts, so. Politics are here to stay. Well, you know what? If you're going to be here for politics, then you're all going to get timed out and banned from my channel. So, sorry, this is not a political channel. Read the rules. Evil Ash, I liked My Favorite Martian. My Favorite Martian. Okay, well, the remake or the original? Because the original had Bill Bixby and Ray Walston, and that I really, really loved. That only lasted a couple of seasons. The remake with Jeff Daniels was all right. It was cute. They did show Ray Walston at the very end, I believe. Tracy Lords. Well, Tracy Lords. Okay, Tracy Lords had one really interesting techno album that came out around. She had the song Control. I think that was on the Mortal Kombat sort of soundtrack from the first one. What's on your wall? DVDs. This is a pop culture channel. This is not a political channel. So, and. Oops. Who did I do, actually? No, you're not a moderator. You are not a moderator. You are timed out. Boop. You're absolutely not a moderator. This is not a political channel, you guys. Get your politics off my channel. Sorry. You can just fuck off. If you want to talk politics, you can donate through Super Chat and they'll pop up. But until then, you don't get to talk politics on my channel. There are plenty of political channels out there. If we were talking remakes, I have to mention Jeff Goldblum version of The Fly. I've heard that's really good. I've actually heard it looked really gross, and I'm such a huge Vincent Price fan, so I really I had to. I don't know who Isaac Arthur is, and I don't want to watch any other YouTubers. So, can we talk Tracy Lords? Absolutely. So, there's only one legal Tracy Lords porn movie out there, because she was actually like 15 when she started her porn career. Now, Tracy Lords, man, she was actually kind of okay. What the hell is Tracy Lords? Tracy Lords was a porn star back in the 80s, and she actually started out really underage, so. Oh, Lord. Chris Perza, wait, we don't talk politics here, but we talk fan support. Don't think we'll see the TARDIS in the next episode. I think we're going to see the TARDIS in the next episode. I think that they have to, because they're going to have something happen, because they can't keep those people out in the middle of space. Sorry. They cannot keep those people out in the middle of space like that. She did a Stephen King miniseries. I can't remember the name. It was the Tommyknockers. I want to say it was either Tommyknockers or it wasn't Night Shift. I think it was Tommyknockers that Tracy Lords was in. Did I see Venom? I don't fucking care about Venom. Yeah, please don't talk about stuff here. We're talking about work. If you guys are dark in politics, you can drop a super chat, because otherwise I'm not going to talk to you about politics. I'm sorry, but you're boring. Well, fuck off then. Then get out of here. I don't talk politics. And you control other people. I don't care. They're gonna get picked up on a spaceship and put on a rock quarry. They would probably get put on a spaceship. They probably will. What's up with the politics trolls? I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. And like, I even have the rules right there in chat. It's right there. It says no political shit. Hello, Rookie Critic. Oh my god. Hopefully we have some real people here, and that didn't put off like our real people here. I know, an NPC's attack. Talking about Doctor Who. Why was the Doctor not in the TARDIS in the first place? She got thrown out of it when she was regenerating, I think. I don't remember. It was something like she crashed the TARDIS. Dealer Fox, I'm still here. Good. I see all of my people still here. River727. Do you remember the thing, what the thing was that you got on board the internet? Mine was Arby and the Chef. What do you mean that got you on board the internet? Well, I remember being married to a computer guy, so I don't know if I was ever on board the internet. TARDIS randomly exploded because of reasons. I don't remember. I just got in. What the heck is Doctor Who? Just kidding. I don't know. They always try and talk politics to me. I'm like, I fucking don't know. I don't know any of that shit. Yeah, we're gonna get away from the politics. I know. Did you see 20,000 Fathoms? I have not. Yeah, Major Grey Wolf, I can throw down politics. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah, exactly. So hopefully you guys don't mind me just banning those people. We got rid of them real quick. Chris Perza, I'm not real. I'm a Russian bot. We are all Russian bots, apparently. If you watched Tremors, a long time ago. Oh my god, a long time ago. It's a long time ago. God, it's been a long time. I was probably in like 3rd grade when I saw Tremors. Jeffrey Carnes, I've never seen Doctor Who. It's cute enough. I mean, the best Doctor Who is when you're a little kid watching Doctor Who, I think. Doctor Who's one of those shows. It's not particularly deep. It's not particularly great. That's $2 super chat. Thank you so much. $100 minimum if you want to talk news. Absolutely. You are absolutely 100% spot on correct. Anyone has different opinions of Russian bot. Sometimes, usually. And thank you so much. Hopefully it'll pop up in a second. Right there. Oh, I was trying to get it timed right. Tremors 5. Why God, why? You know, I think I stopped watching Tremors past the second one. I'm sure you see The Thing, the original, not the remake. I've never seen either of them. I couldn't watch The Thing once I realized, like, the dog stuff. I'm like, no, I can't watch the remake. I have not seen the original either, so I really haven't. Did you hear about the new Star Trek titles? Oh, I heard, like, Midnight's Edge broke this, like, 2 months ago. You have Star Trek Reliant and Star Trek Destiny. Destiny is too much of a name that kind of keeps getting thrown out there. It reminds me of video games, so. Russian hackers turn the Doctor into a woman, I know. Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers was fun. I actually saw Starship Troopers in the theater with riff tracks not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago. Have you seen Dark Angel? Nah, I don't watch Fox TV shows because they canceled them, so I just don't watch them, period. Skip Doctor Who on season 9, part 1. Which one was season 9? I can't remember. I mean, I kind of lost interest halfway through the Matt Smith stuff, and I ended up falling asleep for most of them, and then the Peter Capaldi stuff, I really had to push myself to burn through. They're just throwing random stuff out there. No worries. No worries. The original thing was awesome. It aged weird, but it's good. I remember like the original Blob. I really haven't seen all that. Can never get into Doctor Who, which is funny because all the girls I date are Doctor Who fans. Talk about karma kicking you in the balls. Well, the young girls who like that type of stuff tend to be, I mean, and they tend to be fake geek girls. A lot of fake geek girls really get on board with Doctor Who. I hate saying it. Stupid Fox canceled Futurama. Yeah, that and Family Guy and Firefly. Yeah, I just don't watch Fox stuff because I can't support a channel that cancels everything. Just watch Space Command, the concept pilot. Total can't. But there may be time for that. There might be. There's a new one called Star Trek Revolution. I think it may be about admirals starting a revolution in Starfleet. Oh God, don't be a Star Trek Revolution. I didn't hear that one. Yet. I only heard Destiny and Reliant, because those ended up getting they filed trademarks for the same day they announced everything at Comic-Con. Hello, Mr. Sharky MR, welcome. Ricky Critic says the stream I did with Iron Wolf and Black Angus was fun the other day. I can see why you guys always stream. We do always stream because it's fun. I mean, get me on there with like Rob and Tom from Midnight's Edge. I love those guys. You know, they're absolutely a blast to stream with, or Doomcock, or you know, any of the people. I still need to talk my way onto a stream with Jeff from World Class Bullshitters one of these days. Cloudzilla, no Star Trek Revolution. It'll be a show about Discovery as a fidget spinner. Discovery's already a fidget spinner. I suspect Star Trek Destiny is going to suck. It kind of reminds me of the video game Destiny. I just have no interest. Blasted Heath, I only watched Eccleston Doctor Who. Well, the Eccleston stuff was actually pretty good. I didn't mind it. Which classic master? There were a couple. God, I don't even remember the one on the pinball table. I can't remember which one he was, but I remember there was one on the pinball table, which was cool. You and Jeff would be like a Star Wars versus Star Trek. You know, Jeff knows horror movies, though. Jeff knows 80s and he knows horror. That's why I like his channel a lot, because he knows a lot of 80s and a lot of horror. So he's cool in my book. Star Trek fidget spinner. That's what the Discovery is. It spins around, and yeah. Gotta go back as soon as we can. Well, thanks for being here, Robert April. Subscribe to Captain April if you haven't. He's an awesome YouTuber here. And he needs to get 300 more subs, get his subs back up so he can monetize. And just keep making content. That's all I gotta tell you. Just keep making content. Thomas Potts, I like Terra Nova, but Fox canceled after one season. And I was watching a couple episodes of that even. I'm like, I can't watch this while it's live. I just can't. Fox canceled Married with Children without warning. Just told everyone to screw off. Yeah, and I have all the Married with Children on DVD, too. Star Trek Destiny, the name alone reminds me of Stargate Destiny, which got the axe. That was actually Stargate Universe, which I also called Stargate Destiny because that was the name of the ship. Yeah, you're exactly, we're right on the same. I called it Star Trek or Stargate Destiny. Stargate Destiny, even though it was Stargate Universe, man. Star Trek Picard series will start filming in 6 months. April teased about the villains and said nothing to these morons. Yes. I miss Al Bundy. Al Bundy was fun. We need a new Al. Yeah, we need Al. Dealing Fox. We need a new Al Bundy. I think it's Doomcock. He's kind of just as grumpy and funny. And we don't need Alf. We don't need another Alf. Ricky Critic, I didn't like Stargate Universe. It was quite boring. Well, the problem with Stargate Universe is it tried to be Battlestar Galactica instead of Stargate. DJ Ray says, Mecca, gotta go work on your new software upgrade. Have a good night. Well, thank you so much for being here, DJ Ray. And thank you so much for supporting the channel and being awesome, and all the other, and all the Migos. I have them on my wall. You can't see them, but I do have all the Migos now. Or most of them. Now I'm seeing they have like the Kiss Migos coming out. I'm like, do I like Kiss enough to buy a Migo of them? Thomas Potts, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate it. I wish that when shows are getting canceled, they at least have a few episodes to finish the story and not just leave a cliffhanger. Yes, absolutely. If Doomcock is Al, would that make you Peg? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. Probably closer to Kelly. No, I don't know. I am redheaded, but I'm not annoying. No, Peg was nice. Peg was all right. It's like SG-1 was slowly becoming like Star Trek. Stargate SG-1 got, it was good, but once we had like the Farscape stuff come in is kind of where it went downhill. In my opinion. But I hear there will be a Bud Bundy spinoff soon. Oh, I haven't heard about that. I might have to look that up. Stargate would have potential in modern day shows, but they have to do it right. Yeah, well, they did try and bring back that short episode thing that they had. Burnham will be in every Star Trek forever. Burnham will be Sisko's grandmother. She will teach Captain Kirk how to captain an event transwarp while inspiring Dr. Soong. Yep, because she's the bestest human ever. Evil Ash never got into Stargate. Is it worth it? Do you like kind of funny military Indiana Jones action adventure sort of shows? With the nice sci-fi action adventure sort of thing. That's kind of what Stargate is. It's got a lot of humor. It's got a lot of levity. The first season's kind of hard to get through, but once you get past the first season, it gets really, really good, especially season 4. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I love it. And I love Atlantis so much, but Stargate Universe, not so much. I kind of like Stargate more than Star Trek anymore. Essential show Scotty how to fix stuff. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and Stargate has MacGyver. It's funny. I like funny stuff. It has its moments. It does. You've got some great comedy timing between some of the actors. They're genuine friends, genuine chemistry. I really like it. Stargate has so many good episodes and so many bland episodes. Yeah, watch Window of Opportunity from season 4. Just check that out somewhere if you can. You don't really need a lot of context for it. If you like that sort of dynamic and that sort of character interaction, it's a Groundhog Day episode. You don't really need to know a lot of what's going on. Then you can kind of see, okay, well, I like these characters. Gamepad, me and my dad saw one episode of SGU and never watched the rest. It was so boring, yes. After they killed Anubis in Stargate, they canceled Atlantis. I quit. Well, so season 8 in Stargate SG-1 is kind of where it goes into another series. Season 9 and 10 in Stargate SG-1 I call Fargate, because it's basically Farscape meets Stargate, if that makes any sense. Hello, Sav! Richard says, the thing is, Mikey Spock would be a good inspiration for Soong. After all, he does create a robot who doesn't know what it's like to be human. Oh my god, you got all the Married with Children collection on DVD. You're so lucky. I only have the 1st and 6th season. By the way, how did it end? I don't remember. I haven't even opened the last 3. I just have them because they were so cheap. Hello, how are you and what do I miss? Well, we got us attacked by some political trolls trying to stir up some shit. And they got really bored because I didn't bite. And I begged them for money. It makes perfect sense how you described SG-1. Well, thank you. I really love SG-1. That's one of my favorites. I've been rewatching all the Stargate series on Hulu. They do have them on Hulu. Watch them on Hulu. Because they bring on half the cast of Farscape. And it's fine. I mean, Vala's fun enough, but I don't know. It's just not the same. It's not the same. Al has a monkey helper on the shoe store. Does he? Oh my god. Alright, now I gotta watch the last season of Married with Children. Because I know Kelly ended up being the Verminator towards the end. I was watching them live as they were airing. And I haven't seen them since. And I didn't make it all the way through the end. If you can't answer, I'll understand. But do you have any thoughts on Andy Signor and the possibility that's proof that would take down Screen Junkies and Deafy? I have no idea about any of that. Sorry. I don't know any of that. CD Horde, I was triggered. Mecha, protect me. What were you triggered from? The bows, that stuff was an odd phase. That shot up, but it looks like it faded quickly. See, I'm glad I missed that one. That's as dumb as the Ugandan Knuckles meme and the show me the way shit. I'm just too old for that shit. Who do you like better, Married with Children, Steve or Jefferson? I like Jefferson. I agree with you. I like Jefferson a little better. I think Marcy got a little crazier, and I think she was better when she was crazy. Evil Ash Rose, lost grounding when Jefferson became very cartoon. See, I liked that. I did. That was fun. The Porg is staring at me. The Porg will stare into your soul. And then you got Audrey too, which will eat you guys. There's 2 of them. I have more. They've reproduced. I have more Porgs. You can't see them. Let's see. I love I think 200 episode of SG-1 where they had the Farscape and Star Trek parody. Yeah, it was 200 or 300. They did, and they even had the Team America sort of parody. They used the puppets. How could you? I loved Ugandan Knuckles. You're so jealous because you don't know the way. No, I was annoyed because I got really pissed off in comedy night, and by the time the Ugandan Knuckles tribe thing came around, and everybody had migrated over to VR chat, that's when it got like the same crowd that really pissed me off and annoyed me got into the. Oh, they're cloning. They are. They're reproducing. The porgs are reproducing. I enjoyed Stargate Universe. While they hate people, it was better than in retrospect. It just wasn't Stargate, in my opinion. It was too dark. It was too. They didn't have enough levity with the secondary cast. One of the things I loved about Atlantis and Next Generation, or not Next Generation, and SG-1 was like the secondary cast, the little reoccurring people that popped up, like Dr. Lee or Dr. Zelenka. You know, that's one of the things I loved about Stargate, and we really didn't have much of that in Stargate Universe until the very end. They say words to me, push the button for safe space. I saw your review on Doctor Who. Well, thank you, Sav. Hopefully my review on Doctor Who was good enough. I don't know, I'm not used to doing just flat out reviews, telling people what I think of shows. This is still kind of a new thing in my channel shift. Buy more. I have negative porgs. Was there Star Trek porgs? Well, they're called tribbles in Star Trek. Porgs are tribbles over in the Star Trek universe. For sure. What do you think? Okay, let me. I lost my chat. I'm sorry. Chris Perza says, "What was it? You that hypothesized Mikey Spock's Katra be transferred into soy cocks to create beardless Spock at the end of season 2?" No, that was Tom. I think Tom says that they're going to merge. That the soul's going to be put into Spock. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it because I think he's going to go into Ponfar and she's going to have to bang him. Oh, your porgs belong to us. No, I like my porgs. Brian Sherwood Jr. I liked Voyager even though it was crap. Voyager had its moments. I enjoyed Voyager. Absolutely. I want a show like the real world involving you, Doomcock, lore, anti-trekker, Trek yards, and Nerdrotic. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. That would be fun, but yeah, I don't think anyone would do that because, well, you've got of some of us, I know at least a couple of us are very, very OCD in particular about living with other people. Myself for sure. I want to see a Star Trek show where the cast is all cats. I think they have that. I do think they have that. I'm gonna break a rule and ask Mecca to play a different game, Pong. Well, that's back from my gaming days. I need to re-update my rules for sure. I'm gonna plushie of that ice cream Pokemon or something and dish support. I hate Pokemon. I really hate Pokemon though. The Porgs at least had the best character arc in Last Jedi, and they're fun as a meme to like for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Probably think of Laser Cats. I don't know. I'm sure they've had Star Trek cats. I'm sure they have at some point. Maybe Michael Burnham doesn't exist and is a figment of Spock's imagination. You know, if this is all hallucination and Spock is just out of his freaking mind, he's out of his Vulcan mind because he's in heat. Yeah, then I can kind of understand Star Trek Discovery being just crazy. Kill Tuvix. Janeway did kill Tuvix. That's one of the things that kind of bothered me about Star Trek Voyager is like they have these episodes that they would just never happen. She would never kill Tuvix. That we would just have Tuvok and Neelix as a crew member. Yes, then kill Neelix. Porgs taste like chupacabra. Oh, collect 1,000+ Pokemon and all the ones you haven't thought of yet. I hate Pokemon. Janeway was pretty ruthless. Janeway was kind of inconsistent. Bradley Walsh played the grandfather in Doctor Who and Chase UK. Who's Bradley Walsh? I'm OCD. You're gonna live with me. It'd be a blast. I'm really OCD. I'm really OCD with stuff like temperature and yeah. I'm very particular about my surroundings. I get set on things. The older companion. I don't remember the older. Which one was the older companion? In which season? It was the grandfather that in this new episode that I just watched 3 days ago that I don't remember. I don't remember this episode. It was kind of in one ear and out the other. Spock went into Ponfar and joined a Bee Gees cover band. No. Your site makes me think people will be wanking or walking by browsing for stuff. Well, it's just my junk. This is just my office. Spec should sing the Hobbit song, like the Bard song. Like the Blind Guardian Bard song? That's a cool one. Maybe in time I may have been grabbing The Last Jedi and Solo, but as of right now, it feels too raw. I'm not gonna buy them. I'm not gonna buy them. I already sold all my Star Wars a long time ago, and I'm not planning on buying any more. Don't touch that thermostat. I have to touch the thermostat. Hello, Todd Rector. Rivers wanking me by my breasts. Giggity. Well, we had to talk about boobs for like 20 minutes on Midnight's Edge. This Doctor Who is very forgivable. It is. It is. Spuck, live short and wallow. Okay, the Married with Children, David Faustino says Bud Bunny's spinoff is still on hold. That's kind of, I haven't really heard anything about it, so it's probably one of those things that they announced and then nothing ever came up with. Janeway made a tough decision as a captain. She did. She made a lot of tough decisions. Rivers, I grew up with Pokemon. I'm tired of the nostalgia. I just never got into it. I was like 19 when it came out in America, so I just never got into it. I was too old for it. The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. Now, if you want to listen to actual good songs about Lord of the Rings, listen to Blind Guardian. You have the Hobbit song. You have the Lord of the Rings song. They did a whole album called Nightfall in Middle Earth. Listen to the Lord of the Rings stuff from Blind Guardian. They're they're a German power metal sort of band. They're very melodic. They're very good. And they have a lot of classical influence. So yeah, listen to the Bard song. Blaming on the Tribbles. The Tribbles are the original Porgs. They are. Have you heard Nimoy sing? Of course I have. I've had all the Dr. Demento albums. Of course I've heard them. It's not good. It's just not good. Shatner's new album isn't half bad. I haven't heard it yet. I know it's out or coming out. It sounds funny. It's more of a novelty thing. It's one of those things, like, I did a randoms excited for William Shatner's new album, and I got, like, nobody watching it. So people are like, why are you so negative all the time? Because nobody listens to positive videos, ever. Dealer Fox, I'm too old to be vegan is hilarious. I'm too old to be vegan also. Here's an odd film most people haven't seen, Deep in the Valley. I've never seen it. I've never seen anything, hardly. I don't watch anything popular, hardly. Should bring back Shatner back as Q and just let him wipe out the Discovery universe. Well, they should just bring back John Delancey as Q. I think the YouTube video of Nimoy singing the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins after the chat. Oh, you linked it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's weird. It's all right. Shatner claws. Hello, Obi-Wan reviews. Oh, Hill Random Doctor Who gets my tick of approval. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the $2.99 Australian super chat. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I was, I'm not the hugest Doctor Who fan. I'm kind of a casual Whovian, so all I can do is give you guys my honest opinion on it. I don't want to pretend like I'm an expert on any of it. I recall you seeing you post a video about Shatner singing. It was a couple of months ago when he announced it. It was, yeah, probably in August. I'll post it on your Twitter. All right. Well, I have, like, the track list on there. I know he's got stuff with, like, Iggy Pop and all kinds of people. I watched the Xmas Shatner video, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle All the Way. Yeah, God. I thought he wasn't doing Jingle Bells. There was one he wasn't doing that we all thought he would. Shatner's one of the best trolls on Twitter. He kind of is. He kind of is. But yeah, I've got a whole series of, like, random is excited for, and none of those videos have any views because nobody cares when I'm happy and excited about anything. They only care if I'm upset and screaming and yelling. And how about the one-man Shatner Star Trek spinoff where he plays all the characters? That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. I just think of how fun Married with Children would be on Netflix because you really have some fun then. You could tell Kelly to fuck off, a lot of things like that. Oh yeah, Married with Children would be good now, but sadly, I don't want anybody else to play it. Maybe we need some sort of new show that's kind of inspired by Married with Children. Isn't that kind of what the Tim Allen show was like Last Man Standing? You want somebody who's kind of sick to death of the SJW nonsense, and somebody who's like that's kind of a show we need. We like to watch people be mad. I know, misery loves company. There's something on the wing. Oh, it's Santa Claus. You need somebody to yell for you. Well, I will do my best to yell for you guys. I miss Home Improvement. I didn't watch Home Improvement, though. I always liked the Red Green show, and I thought Home Improvement was always kind of a ripoff of it. Oh, it could be a sequel, but I don't think Ed O'Neill would do it. Doesn't he make so much money on that ABC show he's on? That God, what's that family show he's on? Modern Family. A new show like Married with Children could need to be on a free speech platform. Yeah, it would have to be. With all the SJW feminist remakes going on, I'm surprised Alex Kurtzman and Ryan Johnson haven't remade the one movie that'd be perfect, Barbarella. Don't remake Barbarella. Well, they probably don't know what it is. They're probably too in their little bubble. No one's ever tipped them off to it. And we're back. Welcome back, Captain April. Yeah, you can't replace Ed O'Neill. You can't really. I mean, it would have to be like Roseanne, where they bring him back for millions and millions of dollars an episode, and then he'd say something, and then they'd like get rid of him. Here's an idea. An SJW-style TV show starring Ray, Michael Burnham, Kylo, and a few others. I need a working title. Burn It With Fire, the TV series. Oh, no. Why does Spock go to the bathroom on the warp core? Because he's gone where no man's gone before. Modern Family's Al Bundy's life, where Peg died before she could drag Al down. That's possible. That's possible. Well, yeah, because he was so resentful of Peg Bundy because he knocked her up and ended up having to marry her, even though he was a football star. Lee Mack is going to be in an episode of Doctor Who. That's interesting. I don't know. I still think that like Julian Barrett should have been the Doctor. He was kind of my choice. He's funny enough, and he's stern enough, and he's dark enough, like personality-wise. He can pull off dark and brooding, and that would be like kind of my ideal Doctor, or one of my ideal Doctors. And if you don't know who that is, he was Howard in The Mighty Boosh. Ed O'Neill is a black belt in karate. When I heard that he became less funny, because as Chris Rock says, no one wants to laugh at a guy that could whip their ass. I think reboots and remakes are a horrible idea. It's let's see. It's the way they're made. If they're good, it can bring people to watch and respect the old one if done right. Yeah. No, ma'am. NPCs would love that. You mean the PC people? We need like a No Ma'am the spin-off series, you know? Maybe something with Bud Bundy where he's like now following his dad's footsteps on the No Ma'am thing. DJ Odyssey, I wish they would do a full season at least with McGann. That would be cool. If they did a full season of Doctor Who with McGann. I actually got to see him in person in the UK at Comic-Con. And the one convention I've ever gone to. Yeah, he was kind of cool. I remember watching that as it aired in '96. And it wasn't bad. It was an interesting version of Doctor Who. It was kind of cool to see that back. I don't think Ryan needs to listen to Hip to Be Square. I don't think so either. I like it. Burn It With Fire. I think it can work as guest appearances such as Snoke, Old Luke. That's Jake. It's not Old Luke. Old Han Solo and an old version of Leia. Oh, Psycho Dad. That's what they do. They need to bring back Psycho Dad. But then you need Psycho Mom as well. You need the Psycho Mom to kind of balance it out. And you can have Psycho Dad and Psycho Mom battle it out. Well, the Psycho Mom is pretty much every SJW run anything now. That's kind of that's so funny. It was like satire back in the early 90s, and now Psycho Mom is pretty much every woman on Tumblr and Twitter that are yelling at me because I'm not on their side, because I don't automatically male bash. I'm like, no, you don't bash anybody based on their gender. Are you stupid? Expendables, but the Star Wars characters. Can we wrap Patrick Bateman from American Psycho? I've never watched American Psycho. Okay, thank you. Chat is starting to fade on me, so I'll be going. Well, thank you so much for being here, Thundermax. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream for a super long time tonight. There's the new Star Trek series be made. We haven't had one since Enterprise. I know. I would love like a good Star Trek series. Why can't we have a new Star Trek series that's good and interesting? How about Matt Berry as the Doctor? Matt Berry. Yeah. Yes. Well, I don't know if he'd be... would he be a good Doctor? Richard Ayoade would be a good Doctor. I'm saying his name wrong. Matt Berry, though. I'm such a huge Matt Berry fan. Yeah. Damn. I would love him in... Well, I would watch him in anything. Or even like Rich Fulcher. I'd watch him in anything, too. Boosh just reminds me of Frisky Dingo. No, I like Matt Berry a lot. I'd watch him in anything. Holy crap, EvilAsh3373, thank you so much for thanks for having a stream tonight. Well, thank you guys for hanging out and watching a stream. Anyone from the Mighty Boosh Obi-Wan reviews. I love the Mighty Boosh so much. I am a bit of a fan. I'm absolutely a bit of a fan. You can kind of see the DVD set in between the Andorian and the little Porg black box. You can probably see it. Yeah, the Mighty Boosh is good. It was one of my favorite shows. Anybody on the Mighty Boosh would be great in Doctor Who. They should be writing Doctor Who, for crying out loud. Man, we need more Mighty Boosh. That's all we need. We need more Mighty Boosh. Have you seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place? Yes. Oh my god, yes. Absolutely. 1,000 times yes. That's a cool show. I like that one too. Yes, and banning the political trolls. Well, I have to ban the political trolls because who the hell wants to think about... I don't know anything about politics. I can tell you who played Mona on Salute Your Shorts. I don't know anything about this new shit that's going down because I don't want to know. It bothers me. It really breaks my spirit to think about it. Oh, Garth's Dark Place is awesome. Brian Sherwood, yeah. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is a good show. I like all those weird shows. It's like pro wrestling for old people. Random 42 is Doctor Who. I wouldn't mind. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be good at it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to run that much. I know you have to run a lot. Thoughts on the Sabrina trailer? I've not seen it. I didn't watch Sabrina anyway. Like, I was too old for it. I kind of vaguely remember it in the Archie comics, vaguely in like 91, but no. I never got into Sabrina, so I've never seen it. The plushie Andorian. I do have, and then the Gorn and the Magato and the Ferengi. I've got a few Star Trek plushies. What do you consider old people? Me. Me. Gotta go have a good one. May the boobies be with you. Yes, press F for boobs. Ricky Critic, thank you for being here. It's your channel, you can talk about anything you want. Thank you. Back to the Poison Kings. What is the Poison Kings? I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it. Steph is big on Sabrina. I've heard... Okay, wasn't Sabrina the one with Frank Conniff in the writing room? No. Frank Conniff was a writer on Sabrina, right? Or am I thinking of Invader Zim? I know Frank Conniff was involved with something. No, he might have been, because I think he was a writer on Sabrina, and then he was like the head writer on Invader Zim. And he was TV's Frank on Mystery Science Theater. Have you read the book Positronic? I have not. I don't know anything about anything sometimes. Older than you, I must be ancient. I don't know. Are you older than me? I'm from the 70s. I go back a ways. I'm just synthetic, so I look younger than I am. I'm gonna see the remake Charmed. I didn't know Charmed was big enough for that. It's not. Why would they remake Charmed? I didn't watch Charmed the first time around. DJ Odyssey. I'm borderline 60. Well, that's okay. I know all kinds of stuff that's before my time. More stuff that's before my time than after, to be honest. I think Mecca's a time traveler here from the future to collect our genre pop culture. No, I'm a time traveler from the past. And I skipped over, like, the 2000s, the early 2000s, so I know nothing from that era at all. Evil Ash. 1973 checking in. There's nothing wrong with 73. You're familiar with the Psycho series and the McJuggernuts? Well, the Psycho... Okay, like the movie series, I don't know anything about McJuggernuts, but Psycho, I know, like, the first movie, and then they had three sequels. You had, like, 4 Psycho movies. And then I think they had the Bates Motel, which had nothing to do with it, hardly. Jeffrey Carnes, I'm 28. Am I too young? Probably not. Sav, I'm from the 70s, too. Me, too. Do I dream of electric sheep? Sometimes. Sometimes. And porgs and stuff like that. First time I saw Star Wars is at a drive-thru. I saw it on TV as a kid, really. CD Horde, old as my current age. Yeah, not age, but it could be my IQ too. Well, no, and that's the thing with the... You kind of have to be a certain IQ to kind of be on my channel, I think. I say a lot of weird, obscure references. I don't know. I think I might be smarter than I let on sometimes. I don't know. But then I kind of think I'm really dumb about certain things. There's a lot of stuff I just have never heard of in my life. Three Dogs Like Joy to the World is #1 song on my birthday. I can't remember what was #1 on my birthday because I was a baby. But I can tell you this. Devo's Duty Now for the Future came out the year I was born. You read the book Chekhov the Navigator. It's by I. Kipton. No, the only books I really read are like, I read the Dark Shadows books. I read Danielle Vega. I like her books quite a bit. And I don't really read a lot of sci-fi, so I don't really read a lot. I like horror. I like a lot of gothic horror. So what else have I read? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. I don't really have time to read. That's the problem. And when I do read, it's garbage. You know, it's like... Well, I mean, it's not garbage, but I read, like, this one. This is the type of crap I read because it's horror. It's Victorian stuff. I like the Victorian stuff. I read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I've read the Miss Peregrine books, or most of them. And I like all the Douglas Adams, but audiobooks are great for multitasking. Not when you have to listen to podcasts and live streams. No, it's really impossible for me to hear two things going on at once. I always have people like who want to talk to me while I'm in the middle of listening to something where it's just talking, and that just drives me nuts. I'm like, pause. What? You know, I'm just kind of a bitch. I'm a DJ. That's the only reason I know. Oh man. Well, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I know on there. Go to London and take the Jack the Ripper tour. I've been through London. I've been to Heathrow, and then I went up north. I do want to take the Jack the Ripper tour. Absolutely. Have to go, Mecca. Well, thank you for being here, Jeffrey Carnes. Audiobooks are fun to listen to. Some Lovecraft on a spooky night. I don't like Lovecraft that much. Don't tell anybody. I'm not a huge Lovecraft fan. I think it's kind of boring. But no, for a long drive, audiobooks are awesome. Yeah, and long drives are good. Audiobooks are good. One of the things I do, I love reading on planes. That's my thing. I love like finding, okay, I'm like gonna read this new book. It's gonna be on the plane, and then I burn through a book on a plane trip. So, Brian Sherwood, I share a birthday with Leslie Nelson. Is it Nielsen or Nelson? Blasphemy. I know, blasphemy. I'm not the biggest Lovecraft fan. I missed the whole Lovecraft revival, the whole phase. It was something around the time when like the Wilhelm scream became a meme and the flying spaghetti monster. I was not online. I was in the 60s then, so I missed that decade when all those things came back. CD Horde. I'm smarter than you think, but I'm dumber than I think I am. Yeah, that's me. I don't know. I'm smart enough to know I don't know anything. Probably. Walter King's books, Chekhov's Enterprise, is a fun read about the making of the motion picture. That might be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the hugest. We all like different stuff. We do. There should be a Spaceballs 2 and take the piss out of the Disney Star Wars movies. Well, they had the Spaceballs series. It was alright. It was alright. A Spaceballs 2 would be so hard to do now with well, John Candy's gone. So they'd and Joan Rivers. So yeah, I mean, and Mel Brooks is not getting any younger. Steph was wondering about books based on video games, like the BioShock book she's reading. Are there? I've never seen books based on video games, so I've never read any. I don't have time to read a lot. And, you know, I don't have any time for audiobooks at all. Ever at all. True wisdom it comes from knowing you know nothing. Yeah, I'm just smart enough to know how dumb I really am, I always say. And hello, Seraph. Mel Brooks is smart enough to come up with something original, but he's enamored with Broadway now. Yeah. Yes, that's us, dude. Well, hey, if you guys like Bill and Ted pop-ups, you know what to do. Yeah, no prequels, please. I really enjoy watching old commercials and making fun of them. I love old commercials. I miss jingles and commercials. I miss songs. I miss songs that are written specifically for commercials. We don't have any of that. We don't have like the Oreo cookie song. We don't have, we don't even have cartoons that have music in it. I was watching Animaniacs react to kids react to Animaniacs on the stupid React channel the other day. And they had Rob Paulson and Jess Harnell. Two guys I absolutely adore, voice acting heroes of mine. One of them was Wacko, one of them was Yakko. So they were saying, and Jess Harnell was saying, yeah, they don't have music anymore because they'd have to pay for it. And that's so true. You don't get a lot of songs. It's crazy. The more you learn, the less you know. I know nothing. Picard can say, "Shut up, Wesley." Yes, and we don't have commercial jingles anymore. We don't have any of that. We barely even have a McDonald's theme song. We used to actually have that. Don't tell Harvey Random doesn't like Lovecraft. I think it's just, I don't know. I never got into it. I don't know anything about it. That's the thing. I missed the boat on the Lovecraft phase and trend. I just missed the boat on it. Like seriously, I'm like, okay, which one's Cthulhu now? Like 4 or 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't even know who Cthulhu was until South Park. I'm like, okay, which one's Cthulhu now? Hands down, not a thing I ever got into. Just because I like Victorian horror and I like Gothic horror, I never really got into Lovecraftian horror because that was not a trend when I was getting into horror. When I was getting into horror, vampires, Transylvania stuff, London stuff, the Jack the Ripper sort of era of things. That was really the huge craze. So this is like the late 80s, early 90s. Same thing with like the slasher movies in the 80s. I was a huge slasher movie fan. I didn't really go back into any of the more boring horror, in my opinion. Have you tried UK McDonald's? Yes, I have tried McDonald's in the UK. They're just slow-paced monster stories, not for everyone. Yeah, that's the thing. No, not sparkly 90s didn't have sparkly vampires. 90s we had actual sexy vampires like Gary Oldman. He was kind of sexy, I suppose. No, we had 90, and then we had like the sort of flitty vampires like Brad Pitt. I didn't like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise's vampires. No, I fucking hate Twilight. Absolutely hates Twilight. Wesley to return and never cared for his character. Don't like Wesley either that much. I never liked Wesley Crusher. Have you seen the series Forever Night? Bits and pieces. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I didn't really get into it. The Lost Boys, yes. The Lost Boys is probably one of my favorite movies ever. I love The Lost Boys. One of my all-time favorite movies ever. Just that year for movies was so great. And freaking Rice. I didn't like Anne Rice that much. I watched the first interview with the vampire movie and none of the others. Were there others? I think there was a sequel. I never read the books. Never got into them that much. But what do you think about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot? I didn't care about the first series, so yeah, I'm not going to watch it too. I'm going to skip this one as well. Only David Bowie's allowed to sparkle. Exactly. Did any of her work get adapted properly? I don't know. I never read it. I never cared about Anne Rice, really. And that was kind of... I think by the time the Anne Rice books were out, I was sort of moving away from the vampire phase, because when did Interview with the Vampire come out? It was probably 14, 15? Yeah, so by then I'm like, yeah, I'm moving on to music now. And I had acoustic guitar stuff. And actually this guitar here, the acoustic that's in that case, was one of my things. And I was done with it. I was past it. So I really didn't care about the Anne Rice stuff by then. By the time she was popular. Sorry, I know, I'm so sorry. Twilight movies would have been better if Blade had showed up at the end. Well, the Twilight movies would have been better if, like, Christopher Lee showed up at the end and killed them all as Dracula. Blade was way better. I didn't get into Blade, though. The Blade seems so superhero-y to me. I don't think I even realized it was a vampire movie. Because it just came out of that 90s and or was it 2000s? It came out of that era of stuff where I'm like, I just don't care about any of these movies, because that was when CG was kind of being used and it looked like crap. And movies were looking cheap and being rushed. And yeah, there was only like a couple of good movies in the 90s. Blade was Marvel. See, there you go. I always thought it was a superhero thing. I never got into it. See, the book 1975. Which book 1975? I didn't see it. Which book? Well, and I didn't get around to... I read nonfiction. When I was a teenager, I read a lot more nonfiction. I could tell you probably anything you need to know about the Manson family. I could probably tell you anything you need to know about Jeffrey Dahmer. I could tell you about the Zodiac Killer back in the 90s. I was reading true crime books. I was reading serial killer books. I wasn't reading, like, fiction much. And I don't read a lot of fiction. That's kind of my thing. I could tell you about, you know, horror... like roots in spirituality. I could tell you every haunted location in America. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire was 1975. Yes, it was fiction though. I never read like any of the fiction vampire books. I always read like the vampire origin sort of books. You know, I read the like a lot of the early vampire, one of the early vampire mythology sort of stories ended up being a story called Varney the Vampire. And I read a lot of the roots of the vampire folklore and mythology. I read a lot more about that type of stuff than the actual fiction. So that's kind of where I am. Vamp was good. Which one was Vamp? Is that fiction? Oh, John Wilson, thank you for being a subscriber. You're reading reference books on forensic science. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really read a lot of the forensic books. I like the more psychological studies of the serial killers, and I read a lot of those sort of books. That was my thing. Hello, Tina BB, you're a busy lady tonight. And I read Helter Skelter back in the day. I finally saw the real crime scene photos. The books and the bodies were whited out. Oh, what's his name? Vincent Bugliosi? Man, it's Bugman. Yeah. Vamp was the one with the vampire brothel from 86. Oh, I didn't see that one. Salem's Lot, I am really not a Stephen King fan. I think I am so hit and miss with Stephen King stuff. Like there are one or two movies of his. Like Pet Sematary I liked as a kid. I can't watch it now because I just get too sad. And I loved The Stand. And anything else, I'm like, wow, Stephen King is not very good. Hello, Mortimer Johnson. Go Rogers says, I grew up with Sherlock and detective novels. Forensics was an obvious progression. Absolutely. The original Fright Night was great. The only thing The only good thing about the remake was Tenet. I barely remember Fright Night. I remember the soundtrack a lot more because it had a Sparks song called Army of the Night, and it had a Devo song. I want to say they have Faster and Faster on there. There was a weird Devo song on the Fright Night soundtrack that you can't get anywhere unless you're like a hardcore Devo collector. How about Bordello of Blood? God, that was stupid. Oh, that was a dumb movie. I kind of remember that too. Didn't that have Corey Feldman in it? I think I saw that in the theater in '96. I saw it one time. That was enough. Play the guitar. Maybe for money. Maybe for donations. We'll see. That'll be the donation tier. That's where Vampire's Kiss with Nick Cage is hilarious and kind of sad. I didn't watch that. I watched like Monster Squad. I watched a lot of the Police Academy movies. I watched a lot of the Short Circuit movies, Gremlins, Nightmare on Elm Street. I was an 80s baby, so what can I play? Nothing. I really can't play songs. I'm going to bed. It's 3:35. Well, thank you for being here, Steph. Bill Dennis Miller read his own dialogue. That's probably why Bordello of Blood wasn't that great. I mean, I remember seeing it in the theater, and I think I only watched it once. I remember the little cheerleader chant that I probably shouldn't tell you guys, but thank you for being here, Steph. Oh man, yeah, I'm not. I didn't watch a lot of like popular movies. What was the movie with Chakotay and vampires? I don't know. I remember Polish Vampire in Burbank. I did actually get the reissue. I did. Because I had it, well, I have the original, so this is the remaster. I did actually get this one, and I'm very, very happy that I got the remaster. So, yeah. Higher Gold by Neil Young is pretty easy. I don't think I've heard it enough to learn how to play it. I'm not a huge Neil Young fan. Actually, Devo did a really cool song with Neil Young. They played, Hey Hey My, Rock and Roll Never Die. What the hell's the name of that? I have a really cool version of that with Devo somewhere, because that was, I think that was just some weird thing that they put in Human Highway, if I recall. And it's basically Devo and Neil Young, but it's like Boogie Boy Devo, so The Mask. Demon Knight was better. I didn't like the Tales from the Crypt movies. I don't think I saw Demon Knight even. I get the feeling that you would be at home in the world of Demolition Man, where the radio stations play nothing but commercial jingles. No, because I would be listening to nothing but Blind Guardian. I would be listening to nothing but obscure music that nobody's ever heard of. Queen of the Damned I never watched or read. What's my favorite movie? Probably The Lost Boys. It's probably one of my favorite movies. It depends. It changes between the days. What do you do in your free time? YouTube. I do YouTube. I make YouTube videos. I don't really have free time. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos. Last Devo song was kind of chilling. Which last Devo song? Which last one? The last one on their latest album? I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of it now. Monster Man. Oh, Monster Man wasn't their last song, though. The last song on their album, I'm trying to think. Later Is Now is probably the last song that they released. Blind Guardian did a great cover of Mr. Sandman. That's the one I don't have on my MP3s. That's the one I always skip. Because I just don't like that song. But it's between like that and like Barbara Ann. That's the other one I don't do. But no, I love Blind Guardian's like original songs. Night of the Creeps. I think I saw Night of the Creeps like once or twice. I never got into it. It's just one of those movies, like, if you were a kid and only had HBO at your disposal, you kind of watched the same 5 movies over and over again. So I never got into Night of the Creeps that much. Menach the Devil is my favorite. I never saw that. I never watched that. They released a B-side album after Something for Everyone. Oh yeah, the Something Else for Everyone was the B-side album. That had some cool stuff on there too. If you listen to any of like the really obscure Devo, definitely check out the Hardcore. They re-released Hardcore and that has a couple extra tracks there. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah, the album's called Something Else for Everyone. I know. I have something for everyone else. Yeah, I do have pretty much I have probably more Devo than your average person. There's a really cool version of In Heaven Everything Is Fine floating out there from Devo. I really love it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I have a Killer Clown shirt. I was going to actually wear my Killer Clown shirt today, but I figured I'd wear something low cut. Weezer and Weird Al doing Africa from Toto is pretty darn good. Well, I'd have to want to sit through Africa from Toto, and I don't think I want. Oh no, it's Devo. New traditionalists are hard to beat for me. Yeah, Oh no, it's Devo is amazing. I'm really loyal to Duty Now for the Future because that came out the year I was born. Absolutely love that. But Oh no, it's Devo is so amazing. I mean, even a lot of stuff on Shout is really good. You know, you get some weird stuff on there, and then some of the stuff on like Total Devo is okay, and Smooth Noodle Maps are they have their moments. They kind of, the music trends shifted by then. But there was a really awesome version, if you can find it. It's on, I think, the Pioneers That Got Scalped anthology, where they're doing a cover of Head Like a Hole, which is really amazing. I absolutely love it. Please tell me you've seen Space Invaders for Halloween. I've seen Space Invaders. That was kind of a long time ago I saw Space Invaders. It was really bad. I saw it in the theater as a kid. It was really bad. Devo is still around. I thought they were through being cool. No, Devo still tours. Devo still tours. I saw them 4 years ago. It's kind of spooky how Oh No's Devo kind of fits in this timeline along with New Traditionalist. Yeah, well, I mean, we're kind of repeating the same thing, and they're absolutely right. De-evolution is real, and I do have an energy dome, which you probably can't see because it's... can I tilt my monitor back? It's on top of my tomato, and that's a proper energy dome. That is a proper energy dome up there. That has the foam insert that makes it sit on your head correctly. That is a proper one. Do you ever see Dr. Detroit? I haven't seen the movie, but I know the song from Dr. Detroit. Nostalgia critic review of it. Oh god. Which version? Yeah. Which version of it? It's a good cover of Africa. Gotta reserve some credit. Well, I mean, I guess if you like Africa to begin with, that's one of the songs I just can't stand at all, ever. There's some songs I just don't like, and I will never want to hear ever. It's like You Shook Me All Night Long, or Rock and Roll All Night, or... Yeah, there's just some songs I would just don't want to hear, ever. Or, what's the other one I hate? That Smash Mouth one that goes, Somebody Once Told Me. I fucking hate that song so much. Weird trivia, Mark Mothersbaugh did some of the music for Big Love. Well, he's also done the music for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, pretty much every Wes Anderson movie. I've got some of his solo stuff. I have the Mutado Christmas album, and I have the Wipeouters side band project. I've got Jihad Jerry and the Evil Doers, his solo album. And I have... What else do I have? I have a couple of Mark Mothersbaugh's music for Insomniacs albums. Walking on the Sun. Walking on the Sun isn't terrible. Africa played too much on the radio. Yeah, Rosanna also. I'm not a Toto fan. I hate light rock. I really hate light rock. Mike Mothersbaugh seemed to be very confused over Weird Al's Dare to Be Stupid. Well, no, he said it was a very Devo song. It was more Devo than Devo in a lot of ways, from what I remember. Listen to some of the Darkest Hillside Thickets, people. What do you mean, some of the Darkest Hillside Thickets? What is that? Mage Grey Wolf, I don't like Green Day. I don't like Green Day either. I really don't like Green Day. I never want to hear Basket Case ever again as long as I live. I don't know what Darkest Hillside Thickets. I'm kind of all over the place with my music tastes. I like bands. I don't really like genres. I like bands. So I will get really into like what a band does, and I will really go deep into the lore and mythology and the backstories and, you know. Favorite last song I still lost on Jeopardy. Kehoe says, you know, there's a lot of Weird Al songs I love. There's a lot of them I really love. And there's a lot of bad ones too. They're a Lovecraftian punk band from Vancouver. Wow. Those mashed potatoes can be your friends. Dude, Dare to Be Stupid was a really good song though. Evil Dead 2 was made an hour away from me. That's cool. That's cool. The only thing that was like filmed anywhere nearby where I was the remake, or not the remake. It was kind of a remake. The miniseries version of The Shining was filmed at the real Stanley, and I used to live really near there. React to Poison King's rap? No. Super chat for it? $20 super chat, and I will. UHF. I do love UHF. Absolutely love UHF, because UHF was actually one of those things. I really wanted a TV station to do all those weird things. I wanted a weird radio station. I wanted a weird TV station, and UHF absolutely loved that movie. And I almost had an autographed copy of UHF. I got to meet Weird Al in Fort Collins, Colorado, during it wasn't Running with Scissors. It might have been Running with Scissors tour. And his voice was out, so he couldn't actually stand there and sign autographs. They tried to rush him out. They had to rush him away from backstage. And I had my copy of UHF on video, on VHF. Man, and he just couldn't stay there. He couldn't talk to people because his voice was out, and they wouldn't. Yeah, they're like, yeah, okay, Weird Al, his voice is out, but he wants to come and say hi to everybody. So Weird Al's first album is still pretty fun. It's okay. I don't think his albums really get good until maybe in 3D and maybe Dare to Be Stupid, but the first album has its moments. I love doing my radio shows. See, that's what I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to do radio shows, but all weird stuff. Once a month, I started to do a Dr. Demento type show. That's what I would love to do. I would love to do that when only I find a lot of weird, obscure stuff. Did anyone listen to Special X on XM about 10 years ago? This must have been in 2007, 2008, 2009. They played all kinds of weird stuff like Devo, the Weird Al polkas, the Novelty stuff, the Residents, Tom Waits. That obscure stuff that I absolutely love. UHF is a movie, 1989, I believe. Yeah, UHF is the Weird Al movie. So I was there with my VHS copy of the UHF movie. They say the cabin and the trees are still there. That's cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. From what is it? What's it called? Evil Dead 2. Late Night with Rhonda Shearer. Is USA Up All Night? No, it's USA Up All Night. I can't do it anymore. I used to watch that and Gilbert Gottfried. This is why I like all these B movies, all these weird, obscure movies, because I watched all of those. I watched all of the, like Joysticks, and Polish Vampire in Burbank, and Screwball Academy, and Nightmare Sisters. I watched all of those. Rhonda still couldn't hold a candle to Elvira. Well, Elvira had a different shtick. Elvira was kind of doing more horror movies, and Rhonda wasn't trying to be a scream queen sort of thing. Ever listened to anything from Lordy? No, I have not. Oh, Lordy! Wait, Lordy. That's really familiar, actually. Is that didn't they win Eurovision with the makeup? Is that who they are? I think if that's who you're talking about, then yes, I have. Fish Heads. Major Grey Wolf, you're talking about Fish Heads. Okay, so I have 2 Barnes & Barnes CDs. I have Vu Baha, which has fish heads on it, and I have Spaz Chow, which has like a really cool song about cats. It has a really cool song about what's the other one? I can't remember the other one. Spaz Chow is a really cool album though. It's kind of underrated. Fletchy, yeah. The Monster Band, yeah. Okay, now Lordy that's familiar. I have listened to a little of Lordy. They were all right. I didn't really get that much into them though. I should send you part of my radio show from a few years ago. I did an hour of folk songs or filk songs. That's the type of stuff like when I do Twitch streams, when I'm doing like audio surf or something, I will find the most obscure songs. Dead Puppies aren't much fun. The Dead Puppies album, I think I used to have the whole album of that. Bringing back Dr. Demento memories. Yes, God, Dr. Demento was great. Dan Taylor just subscribed. Thank you for being a brand new subscriber. We've gained a lot of subs today. What's my Streamlabs say? It says I gained like 26 subscribers, 6 super chats, and no new members. If you guys do want to be channel members, I gotta shill this a little bit. You get the mecha emoji. We're working on a short bus trek emoji too. You get the Brie Larson emoji. We got the Shadow Ships from Babylon 5, and we got the Derpicorn from the new She-Ra reboot. Good night. Enjoy going down memory lane. Awesome. Just throw on Mr. Bungle and let them figure out. Dude, Mr. Bungle was amazing. Mr. Bungle, like, yes, Mr. Bungle was such a good band. Did you guys ever hear Mr. Bungle's cover of Existential Blues? It was spot on. That's a hard song to do because it's all over the place in tempo, in range, and it's just all over the place. It is so amazing to hear Mike Patton from Faith No More and Mr. Bungle doing Existential Blues spot on. Absolutely. Don't forget the Dead Milkmen. Oh, I love the Dead Milkmen. Absolutely love the Dead Milkmen. They're one of my favorites from way back. And Ween and, God, They Might Be Giants were up there too. I've seen 2 of those 3 bands. I've seen Ween a million times. I like Diva's cover of Can't Get No Satisfaction. That's cool. The Brie Larson emoji is dope. Yeah, if you guys wanna be able to use those, there's a little thing that says join on YouTube Gaming next to send a super chat. And that is $4.99 a month sort of auto charge thing, and that helps support the channel like a lot. You can also have a block of cheese for Brie Larson. Yes, you could. Dr. Coffee Nails. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than have to have a frontal lobotomy. That's another good one. I can't remember who did that. I think that was a DJ. Oh, and then there's another one I really love from Dr. Demento. She left me for a destitute quadriplegic because of the good sex. That was a hilarious one. You ever heard any of Voltaire's stuff? Like Cabaret Voltaire? Maybe? I think so. Maybe. They kind of remind me of like Dagmar Krause a little bit. Am I on the right path there? There's a few of those bands. Tom Waits said that. Charles Holmes said. Oh, man. Tom Waits. I didn't really get into a lot of Tom Waits. There's a few songs I really love of Tom Waits, though. Shaving cream, be nice and clean. Shave every day, always be keen. Well, did you guys hear My Fanny was the other one from Benny Bell? Everyone wants to kiss my fanny. Trust me, you get a kick out of his Filk segment. Okay. Well, yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff I love. There's a band called Vinny and the Stardusters I love. They're kind of like Weird Al, but dirty. I absolutely love them. Well, Presidents of the United States, they were alright. They were not really that funny. They weren't funny enough to be funny for me, because by the time that they were out, I was listening to a lot more Dr. Demento stuff. But yeah. Voltaire is on YouTube, he's the goth side. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like there was a band. You heard the Dr. Demento covered in punk album. I haven't. No, there's a lot of those songs were like just compilations anyway, so you probably have heard them here and there. Transfusion from Nervous Norvus is a classic. Yes, there's also another version, I think, of that, and I can't remember. There was like another song he did, and I can't remember what it was. Same thing with Napoleon the 14th, They're Coming to Take Me Away, haha. He had another song, and there's like another version where it just played backwards. I like the Presidents, but the music is pretty shallow and doesn't hold up well. That was my thing. It was like not funny enough to be novelty, and it wasn't good enough to be good alternative. Never heard of Dr. Demento. Oh, Peaches. Oh, Peaches. I hated Peaches when it came out, and I don't even like the fruit. I never liked the Peaches song from Presidents. I mean, Lump was okay-ish, but Gump was better. Like Presidents of the United States to me were like my favorite song of theirs was the Mach 5 song they did. Didn't Dr. Demento get the song Let's Do the Time Warp on popular radio? Probably. Oh god, is he responsible for that? That might have been, here's my hipster coming out. That might have been what did it in for me with the Rocky Horror Picture Show, was all the time warp nonsense. Thanks to every other station going automated after midnight. That night it was the voice of Denver radio, essentially. Wow. Dr. Demento moved online. He still does shows. Nice. Did I play band in high school? No, I was not in high school band. I don't play well with others. I was making music on my own. I was doing bad folk songs that I don't even remember anymore. Well, they're not even folk songs. I was doing my music was always kind of a cross between like Typo Negative and 45 Grave and weird. I don't know. I have like a sound, but no. Because Rocky Horror Picture Show, when it came out in 1975, was a flop. Well, that's because it's not very good. I hate to be the one to break it to you. It's not a very good movie. It's a cult movie like The Room and all those things. It's interesting, but it's not a very good movie. It's got funny, weird, crazy things. It's got a lot of sex. It's got a lot of shock, and it's niche. It's not like a lot of things. But at the end of the day, it's an okay movie. It's not bad, but it's just not. Is not nearly as good as the buzz for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And when I was like 12, I was super into it. Don't let your 12-year-old watch the uncensored version of Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's just what I'm saying. But I agree, it's meh. It is. It's a little meh. Meatloaf dies, and of course it's kind of funny that they end up cannibalizing him, but it's fun to be there in 1977. The thing about me is, like, I don't want to be in a theater with a bunch of people throwing stuff at the screen, yelling, and cosplay. I'm like, no. The sequel to Rocky was the worst thing. Oh, I love the sequel more. I really enjoy that. It's so weird and surreal. It's more cerebral. It's more of a thinker. It's not bad. I really enjoy Shock Treatment because it predicted a lot of the reality television. It predicted a lot of the taking everyday people and making them celebrity. It's very cerebral, and I really like the music in it too. Major Grey Wolf. I don't think I've ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. Lori says we were drunk. It was great. Yeah, I mean, if you're drunk enough, Rocky Horror Picture Show is great. Well, back on 100.3 FM in LA did a tribute to legendary KMET, and Dr. Demento did a show just like the old days. Oh, wow. Brian Sherwood, my grandpa dressed up as Frankenfurter. Nice. Well, and see, that's the thing. I got tired of being bullied by lesbians about Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I'm like, you know what? Your movie isn't that good. So here's the story of, if you guys don't know why I'm not the hugest Rocky Horror Picture Show fan anymore. A group of well, I was with an ex at the time. I was like 17 or so, and I happened to be dating a guy, and we went to a party at his friend's house, and his friend was married to a woman who had like this little coven of bitchy lesbian friends, and they were having their own little discussion while we were off looking at something on a computer in another part of the house. And I hear them, you know, just like, Rocky. We're talking about Rocky. That's all they talk about is Rocky. It's kind of like how some people only talk about Farscape until the cows come home. That's like their only thing that they have. So they're like, Rocky, this, Rocky, that, Rocky. I'm like, okay. And they're not even talking about Rocky Erickson, so I don't care. Because, yes, at 17, I knew who Rocky Erickson was. And so then after like a half an hour of this, I hear, oh, just because your man isn't enough to whatever. And they're like, I'm like, what? Me? Huh? And they're like, yeah, you heard me. Like, we weren't even talking to you. We were looking at this thing on the computer, you know? So I kind of, that really soured my whole taste for the show anyway, for the movie, which I didn't really care for at that point anyway, as much as Shock Treatment. Once I saw Shock Treatment, Rocky Horror was kind of done for me anyway. And I saw Shock Treatment probably about 15. And yeah, that's, you know, once you kind of get bullied, you know, oh, just because you're a breeder was the other thing they kept throwing out. I'm like, oh, we're not even talking to you, sweetie. You know? And they're like, okay, we've been insulted, we're leaving. So yeah. Rocky gets better with repeated viewings. Rocky kind of gets worse with repeated viewings, in my opinion. It's so, I don't know, it's really, really slow towards the end for me. Sorry, those bitches ruined Rocky for you. Yeah, and I'm not, like, really a huge social person when it comes to movie viewing experiences anyway. You don't go to see Rocky from the movie, you go for the group experience. And that's exactly why I don't want to see it in the theater, because I don't like the group that I would be seeing it with. Because I've had to deal with the bitchy lesbians, and and they're the same type of people I deal with on Twitter as well. Stephanie B! Hello, Stephanie B! Thank you for being here! The only thing about Shock Treatment was the song Little Black Dress. Oh, Bitchin' in the Kitchen was amazing. The song Shock Treatment was amazing. Look What I Did to My Id was kind of stupid. The song, the Oscar Drill and the Bits song was great. Carte Blanche wasn't a bad song either. God, I can going about Shock Treatment all day. I absolutely love it. I'm a cis male and I like Rocky. You know, there's nothing wrong with liking Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just don't want to be in a theater with a bunch of people who are going to bully me because I'm not gay enough for them. And that was kind of my experience with Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I know that that's not everybody, and I know that that's not going to be what it is like now, but in my head, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to get bullied again because I'm not out enough. I don't have, and it's the same thing with Twitter. It's like I don't have the pride rainbow plaster on my Twitter handle, so I get all these people just bullying me for it. So I've been lurking. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, we're talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show again. Rocky Horror Picture Show has taught me some traps are okay. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, how much conversation can you get out of Rocky Horror? A little bit. Probably too long. So, right, Mecca, I don't really like Halloween 79. I don't either. That one's probably the worst. Well, that's probably one of my least favorite of, like, the big slasher movies. It's okay. The other thing is it got all corporate anyway. It was better when it wasn't big and organized, yeah. Pen Farm Girl, I got a lifetime on deposit, and that's a long time in the closet. Yes! And if you say to me, how was it? No. See, we can sing Shock Treatment all day. I love the Shock Treatment stuff. That's a great one. But we were singing it with Tom, because Tom can, like, play some of the Shock Treatment stuff. So, for our Patreon thing, we were singing, like, Bitchin' in the Kitchen, from what I remember. It's been a long time since I've heard it. Yeah, Breaking Out. Oscar Drill and the Bits. Breaking Out was great. Did you guys notice Rick Mayall was in the band of Oscar Drill and the Bits? Rick Mayall from, like, The Young Ones and Bottom. Loved having Tom play that. Isn't Tom awesome? Tom's, like, a great... He's been, like, a great supporter, great friend of the channel. He's, you know, I really enjoy doing the Midnight Edge shows with him over there. All the friends seem to hate each other. What do you mean all the friends seem to hate each other? Halloween 2 was even slower. You know, I was never the hugest Halloween franchise fan, you know? They're not Nightmare on Elm Street. Same thing with the Jason movies. They're just not Nightmare on Elm Street. But I'll watch it. I'll watch the new one. It looks pretty interesting. It looks more up my alley than, like, any of these other movies that are in the theater. Daniel's Hot Topic. I think Halloween 1978 is pretty cool. I got the DVD at Walmart for $5. It was a sweet deal. That's cool. I feel bad that Tom stayed up for like 2 days straight and now he's sick. I know. Like when I stay up really late doing all the streams for everybody, I always try and drink a lot of the emergency stuff and so I do try because I know like Wednesday is going to be a really long day for streaming. Day of the Dead is the best Romero film. I don't know. I still like Night of the Living Dead. Sexuality is a spectrum. As one guy put it, there are 7 billion plus sexual orientations. Everyone is different. We just narrow it down for convenience. And I'm kind of at the point where it doesn't matter to me what people's gender or sexual orientation is. I don't care. I don't need that representation. I don't need that inclusion. I will find things to be represented by. You know, I almost don't want representation if people are going to be dicks about it. Randomly, Lost Boys is in the bin. Gotta pick that up when I go back. Oh yeah, Lost Boys is in the dump bin all the time. I bet you and Tom would sound better if you weren't drunk. Hint, hint. We were kind of drunk. I was kind of drunk. Well, I need to be drunk to sing. I get so scared. Is emergency good or does it taste like aspirin? It kind of tastes okay. It's a little chalky. It doesn't taste like aspirin, though. I get the raspberry one. I ever see Bohemian Rhapsody by Bad News? I have not. I don't know. Were we that bad when we were not drunk? I'm oriented to sex. Were you there, CD Horde? Were you listening to us be crazy and drunk? Well, I don't think Tom was drunk. He actually plays pretty well. I need to be a little tipsy to be okay singing. If you reach a certain age, you don't care about sex anymore. Well, it's for me, it's like I don't care about sexual orientation so much. I don't care about representation. That's the thing. Same guys as the young one, produced by Brian May. Funny stuff. Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that. The Fox remake was okay, as much as I love delivering Cox. She didn't get the spirit of the whole thing. Innocent Blood was the movie I was thinking of when you were shouting vampire flicks. I remember Innocent Blood a little bit. I do kind of remember that. Well, that's so funny. Wasn't that the one with Isabella Gianni? And she was also in a movie called Nosferatu the Vampire in the 70s, which was actually really good. That's one of the creepier ones. That one I really remember and liked. Because I know that's the one that has the scene. This basically takes place in the time of the plague in Venice. And there's a scene of just people in the street, like, oh yeah, we're all infected, we're all gonna die, we might as well feast and eat and drink and be merry, and yeah. You love The Lost Boys. What do you think of the 2 sequels? I didn't see the second sequel. I saw the first one and it was crap. It was crap. The Lost Boys, The Tribe was crap. Absolutely. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. The Lost Boys is one of my favorite movies. And maybe I need to watch that this Halloween. Maybe I need to do that. You're among friends. Relax. Like to hear more of you, Tom, and you perform. I'll think about it. I get so scared singing. That's the problem. I know I get so scared singing and playing because I don't think I'm very good. But yeah, Tom's really fun to hang out with. I like listening to and hanging out with music with him. But the Kiefer Sutherland thing. Oh, The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys is great. Yeah, it's the vampire movie from the 80s with Corey Feldman and Corey Haim and Kiefer Sutherland. But God, it's it's getting pretty late. Everybody's kind of taken off, so somebody else either is. I think we've bored people with the Rocky Horror Picture Show bashing. You're better than you think. Oh, thank you. I don't know. I don't think I'm decent or anything. You love Buffy but never watched the film. See, I love the film of Buffy. I love the film of Buffy, and I never watched the show. You just got here. Well, thank you for showing up, Rose Tico Enthusiast. Maybe I'll go a little bit longer. We can probably go another half hour. Who else? Did anyone start streaming? Are we streaming over anybody? Because I know Odin was on. Geeks and Gamers, that's just a video. The show was really good for its time. Best part of the Buffy film was Pee Wee Herman's death. Oh god, Paul Rubens I will watch in anything. I will watch Paul Rubens in anything ever. I absolutely love Paul Rubens. Pee Wee Herman, that's my time. My time is Pee Wee Herman's show in the 80s, so. We were done in Asgard. Nice. If you guys are done in Asgard, I'll go another like half hour or so. I'm getting an ad for Nathan Fillion as a cop movie or show on a video because I just popped on something to see if YouTube was up and I accidentally hit a video. I love how Buffy is what got me to post on the internet. Wow. Pee-wee meets the Matrix. You know, Pee Wee Herman, Paul Reubens actually played Cookie Masterson, and he ended up, when he played Cookie Masterson on the You Don't Know Jack game show, he played Cookie Masterson as as Jarvis Cocker from Pulp, basically. Where's Doomcock? Expected something this weekend. He is doing a stream Wednesday. He's doing 2 streams Wednesday. That's all I know. Yeah, didn't he release a video on like Friday? No, he released something on the Short Bus Trek. But I don't think he was supposed to do anything. Hello, Nostalgia Fan. Welcome. Yeah, we're kind of in the wind down half hour. Maybe we'll do the half hour of like music-y things. But no, I would like to do more music stuff with Tom. He kind of knows how to push me to get me to sing and to get me to do stuff. He kind of knows, because he's used to dealing with temperamental, freaked out artists and stuff, because he's got band experience and he's got like behind the scenes producer experience. So I do like doing music stuff with Tom quite a bit. I liked Doctor Who. Finally, Moffat is gone. My favorite vampire movie is Life Force with Patrick Stewart's first on-screen kiss with Steve Railsback. I still D. Lunar Fox says I still make fun of Pee-wee's Playhouse to this day because his live clubhouse is funny. Oh, I love Pee-wee's Playhouse. I have a little joke about Pee-wee. I hope I get whacked for this one. Pee-wee Herman, the only one in Hollywood to keep his hands to himself. That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. Novelty tunes, Monster Mash first. I don't know how to play anything. I can play like chords and background music, but I don't know how to actually play songs. Or if I do, I never remember them in chat. That's the problem. Yeah, the show limit really needs to leave with their respective doctor, or the show gets stale. Yeah, I think they were, for me, Doctor Who is just kind of to the point where, am I too old for Doctor Who? Have I aged out of it? Do I care about Doctor Who anymore? Moffat was only good in small doses. Giving the entire series was a mistake. Absolutely. Stephanie B, I remember the Pee-wee's Playhouse theme. Yes. DJ Odyssey. First time I saw Pee-wee was in the Cheech and Chong movies. Yep. Hamburger. Yes. I can't do it. Life Force was epic. I never saw Life Force. There's so many movies I haven't seen. I could do a whole segment of movies I've never seen. Hello, Anthony D. Welcome. See, now we're getting more people in because Odin wrapped up. Moffat was an outstanding writer, but not a good showrunner. Yeah, I mean, Stephen Moffat's stuff really... He was great, like, with relationship shows like Coupling. Of course, I only watched Coupling for the first maybe season or so. You don't get too old for Doctor Who. I think I am. I think I just don't care that much about it. I think that the stories get so stale and they're so predictable, and you kind of know where they're going with stuff. And yeah, Life Force with Patrick Stewart. I never saw it. I really didn't see it. But yeah, I could probably do like the background music for the stream. Remember the Beetlejuice cartoon parodies Pee-wee's Playhouse? I remember watching the Beetlejuice cartoon. I don't remember any specific episodes. It's been so long. But I remember liking it quite a bit. That and the Addams Family cartoon were really good. I actually really like the Addams Family stuff. I need to watch the Addams Family movies. I really I'm sad that I missed the Asgard movie party. You're late. Nothing to see here. Move along. Jeremy Pearson. It was embarrassing. What was embarrassing? Oh... The Little Shop of Horrors cartoon. I don't remember the Little Shop of Horrors cartoon. I do have the Audrey 2. Did you guys see Audrey 2? Should I grab Audrey 2? I should grab the Audrey 2. Oh yeah, did you guys see? Let me see if the image is still there. No, that's that. No, that's that. No, that's Klingorks. This one. Did you guys see the new Sonic screwdriver? Totally a dildo. It's totally a dildo. Or it's like a Klingork thing from Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, show off the Audrey 2. Love your hair tonight as always. Well, thank you. Ooh, a shadow. Yeah, we have the shadow ship emojis. It does look like a sex toy. Also, we have the Brie Larson emoji. We have Mecha Random. We have the Derpicorn. We have the shadow ships. We have emojis if you guys do want to join on my It's right next to Super Chat. It says join on YouTube Gaming. And it's a $4.99 a month thing, and you get access to the emojis. Yeah, I found it on Adam Sandler doing The Shining and then Lugosi's Dracula. Ooh. Well, which version of The Shining? The miniseries or the other? But yeah, this does look like a sex toy, doesn't it? It totally does. It's crazy. It's crazy. Curved for her pleasure. I know, it's just nuts. No, notifications need to stay on. That's the thing. With weekend cartoons no more, where are they showing She-Ra? Netflix. Should try Life Force. Look up the trailer. I don't know. Maybe. It looks mean. It does. Anthony, I'm sick tonight. I'm so sorry, Anthony D. But yeah, let's see. We'll censor. There, we'll censor my butt getting up and being big and huge on camera. No, Freddy took a nosedive. Stay there. With the Klingorks. Klingorks, man. Look at the Audrey Chu. It's a plush. It's actually really big. It's bigger than it looks. Even censored this disturbing, I know. So we did get the Audrey Chu not too long ago. Because Audrey Chu is so cute. Life Force, sultry space alien vampires. Space vampires, so the Wraith from Atlantis. Craft that causes epochs as it passes populated planets. Is it like a low budgety? I don't know. I'm really picky about my sci-fi. Like, if it's horror, I can deal with horror better than sci-fi, but I don't, Anthony D. I really don't. This is a forced perspective. I'm bigger than I look. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Oh, that one's up there. I do have the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes movie with the soundtrack, but now I have the Killer Tomato plush right up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That is the Killer Tomato plushie. As I completely mess up my monitor. Completely mess up my monitor here. Who's my friend? Oh, Audrey too. This is Audrey. She's a plant. She might eat you. I did actually find it's official. It's a Hot Topic exclusive though, which is kind of stupid, but it's an official Little Shop of Horrors one. Should rewatch the Little Shop musical soon and keep watching the 60s. Oh, watch the musical. The musical's better. Everyone concentrate and sound out healing vibes. Who are we healing? Who's sick? Yeah, the tomato with the Devo hat. I do have a Killer Tomato with the Devo hat, which is kind of awesome, in my opinion. Says Phoebe. I'm into Danzig. I actually was really huge into Danzig, and Sam Hain and the Misfits and anything Len Danzig put out. I got to see the Misfits with the Michael Graves era, but yes, that's part of where my musical influence comes from. Is Type O Negative, Danzig, 45 Grave, and then of course Ween for some reason, and Dead Milkmen, Cramps, all those sort of weird bands. You do a great impression. Want to watch? I can't because you're in my chat. The best line from the 60s version. Bring on the food, Audrey too. I'm gonna die laughing. Maybe. Everyone, ZD Horse said. What do you mean, everyone? Who thought the Killer Tomatoes would spawn 3 sequels? Well, you got the Return of the Killer Tomatoes, which actually was really good. That's where you had Fuzzy Tomato. You had Killer Tomatoes Strike Back, which was terrible, and you have the Killer Tomatoes Eat France, which was also terrible. There was only really one decent sequel for Killer Tomatoes. I think John Dykstra did the effects for Life Force. You tried to send a super chat. Oh, I'm sorry if it didn't work. I'm so sorry if it didn't work. But thank you if you did. I really appreciate it anyway. George Clooney was in The Return. Yeah, he was. That's how I learned about what scale was. Rusty Audrey. Yeah, the Killer Tomatoes movie was great. Oh, the app sucks. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the app on there. But I do have the Streamlabs link somewhere. That should be scrolling in chat too. That's probably better than trying to send a super chat, to be honest, if you do want to, but no pressure. You don't ever have to do that. I just know like the Streamlabs link works better because that one's the one that goes through PayPal and it's safe and secure, and I don't see any of you guys' information and you don't see any of my information. And YouTube doesn't take 30%, which is awesome. Which I don't, and don't ever feel like you have to send any super chats. I really appreciate you guys just being here, hanging out, clicking while I'm like winding down. But yeah, people always want me to play this, and I don't know how to play anything. I don't know how to play anything. I just play like the background noise. Also, my boobs get in the way because I'm old. Yeah, YouTube takes 30% of the super chats. That's why I was put the Streamlabs link. I don't like telling you guys one way or another. Corianis, I woke up 2 hours ago. My sleep schedule is screwed. I hear ya. I hear ya. My sleep schedule's crazy. Whatever. Well, that's why I have the Streamlabs link. It only takes like 2%. What's up? Hop on after Midnight's Edge. Well, thank you for coming over here after Midnight's Edge. Tom and Rob are much better guitar players than me. This is one chord. I need another camera like they used to do over in Comedy Night. Who are the 5 dweebs that downvoted? The ones that I had to ban for the politics. Those little trolls. I don't know how to play Chop and Broccoli. How does Chop and Broccoli go? Is that it? Is that kind of it? What does it go? She's going to the store. I don't remember it. I don't remember how to play Chop. I don't even remember the words. I don't remember it. I don't know how to play it on guitar either. I don't remember Chop and Broccoli. Classical Gas. I don't know how to play anything. That's the thing. Have you seen the Sci-Fi The Magicians series? I haven't seen any of The Magicians. What was the last Sci-Fi Channel show I watched? Probably the last Sci-Fi Channel show I watched was like Atlantis. I don't know how to play Rock Lobster. Did it freeze? It might have because it's a 2-hour mark. Mostly just chopping and broccoli. I also can't be super loud. Rock Lobster doesn't have acoustic. Well, you can play anything that on acoustic guitar that you can on I do have an electric back there, but you lost the stream. I'm so sorry. Try refreshing. Refresh. It does that after 2 hours. It's probably buffering. It's back. Yeah, sometimes it buffers. One of the things it does is it buffers after 2 hours. It's a little bit Hogwarts, but mostly C.S. Lewis inspired Narnia. Oh, I would probably not like any of that. So, no, I haven't seen any of it. Because I don't like, what's Hogwarts? Is that Harry Potter? Yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, and I really hate Alice in Wonderland. With lots of emoting. Hello, Tarka Jedi. Hi from Australia. I love the guitar. Surprised that I did not mind Doctor Who. I think it could be a good getaway from the series arc model. It could be okay. Play the Jack Black song tribute. I don't know other people's songs. I'm not treating you guys to music. I'm treating you guys to background noise. I don't know like other people's stuff. I don't know how anything goes. I know the lyrics to stuff. I'm more of a singer than a player. And then if I sing anything, it's gonna be too loud because it's like 10:30 at night. I don't know anything. You look younger than your real age. I am. I'm older than I look. Narnia was a Lion Lynch in the wardrobe, not Alice in Wonderland. That's all I know. Yeah, I never got into that either. I really never got into Narnia either. Yeah, fake it. That's what I'm doing. That's all I do. Angie. Yeah, on my 20th, 21st birthday. Androids always look the same age. I am an android. You think I'd be better at guitar? I know. I have a lot of guitars for somebody who can't play. I can play a little bit. I just can't play other people's stuff. Anthony, you're 40. You're not that much older than me. I'm right behind you. I'm gonna be 40 in a few months here. I'm like one of those weird organic androids. Yes. Well, there's black magic and a lot of occult spooky things and mysticism involved. can't be too loud either. Have I ever watched Farscape? I made it through about 3 episodes of that, and no, it just did not get me. Target Jedi. Don't mind the new. I did not mind the new Star Trek trailers. My head need to be examined. Yes. Well, I don't know how to play other people's stuff. That's the problem. Us Guardians are hella old. I know. I'm old too. Bummer. Farscape was one of my favorites because it's so off the wall. See, I was more of a Stargate fan than Farscape. Like the 3 episodes I watched of Farscape didn't draw me in. They reminded me a lot of like the early season of Enterprise. And I got really annoyed at being pressured into watching it by somebody. So yeah, when people say, watch this, do this, I usually want to do the opposite. An Angel looks like they're ripping off Babylon 5 and having a Vorlon type. Yup. I don't know, I might go back to Farscape once I'm less annoyed by it. But it's more being annoyed by being pressured into watching it. Because I hate being pressured into watching anything. If I'm going to be pressured into watching something, then I'm going to not enjoy it. It's worth it. The story comes together. Yeah, but then I've heard there's got like sex in it, and I just don't want to see people boinking in my sci-fi. And Stargate could have been a hell of a series without Stargate Universe, yeah. But I watched Altered Carbon. I have not. Yes, being pressured ruined it. Being pressured definitely ruined Farscape for me. I was very nervous speaking with the Patreon folks, but relaxed and enjoyed it. Absolutely. SG1 rocks. I love SG1. I don't watch most of these popular shows which are on TV now. I don't either, and I really need to like watch some of them for you guys, just so I can have some opinion. What's the first episode of Altered Carbon? It wasn't Altered Carbon. I think I found out that Altered Carbon had a lot of stuff I didn't care about. The Expanse has boinking. Wowzer, no boinking rule. Okay, so I won't like The Expanse then if people are doing it. Okay, I can't even tell you what's on TV these days. Me too. There's network TV, so no blatant sex. Well, still, I don't want people hooking up on my sci-fi. This is why I love Corner Gas so much. Nobody hooks up ever at all, especially not the married people. I get more money, but I'm a poor country boy. Don't worry about it. You guys don't have to ever feel like you have to give anything. These are just fun. These are just for us. Everyone has their fear-inducing situations. Me too. You like seeing Klingon boobs? No, I don't like seeing the Klingon boobs. I like scaring children with the Klingon boobs. That's my thing. I like scaring people. Favorite Babylon 5 moments. Morden. Anytime Morden's on screen. Anytime any Ivanova speech. The I am Death Incarnate speech. Ivanova's God speech. Just anytime Londo's on screen. Absolutely love him. 47. I'm too old for hookups anymore. Same. It's not worth. Who cares about? I was too old for that shit. Hello, Kyler Dugan. I am also literally watching the Transformers G1 cartoon. Nice. Tilly has a nice rack. Yeah, I mean, I can enjoy the view on Tilly more than anything. CD Horde, I'm afraid of killer clowns and Santas. So don't watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and don't watch, God, what's the other one? I can't remember it. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You've clearly never heard of Blanche from the Golden Girls. I watched Golden Girls in the 80s as it aired. Blanche was kind of faking it, by the way. Rose had a great line that said, yeah, people who have a lot of sex don't go around blabbing about it. Usually the people who are, like, super nympho in their personas and brag about it don't end up actually having it. I love a new sci-fi series that really focused on the impact of physics on human society, like Babylon 5. Megatron cracks me up and talks about conquering the universe. You stopped by to say hi. Okay, hello, Tarka Jedi. Oh, they focused on the impacts of telepaths on human society. That'd be cool. I gotta be really quiet on my guitar because it's like 10:30. We're gonna probably wrap up not too far from now, unless we keep getting people in and keep wanting to hang out. Seriously, my mom took me to see Santa Claus the first time I freaked. I never was afraid of that type of stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who's the one of the better ones. What is this about? Was this just a chat? We were I wasn't typing negative. I'm not in the right. I'm not in drop D. I'm not in the right key. I can't play any typo negative. I don't know. What other typo negative songs can I play? That's the only one I can remember. Every now and then I'll like know something you guys know. I'll know a little bit of something. I absolutely don't know how to play Freebird, sadly. Key of M, maybe. No, it's you gotta go. I gotta drop down to like D, and I can't do it. It's kind of like trying to play. It's kind of like trying to play. Just kind of trying to play like Black Sabbath. I'm tuned into regular E. I'm tuned correctly. Helter Skelter. I don't think I remember how to play Helter Skelter. I can play like. I can play like. Everyone can play this. I don't know. I don't think I ever learned any Hendrix. I don't know. I'd have to hear it. I'd have to hear it and find where the note starts. Stared to heaven, I've never learned how to play. Little trivia, if you know Helter Skelter, who was it that really yelled, I got blisters on my fingers? Was it Ringo? Jefferson Starship, White Rabbit? Well, you're wrong on a couple of places here. Jefferson Airplane actually did White Rabbit from the cover version of the original, which Grace Slick actually wrote in her other band, Great Society. So I can probably do the original version of White Rabbit, but no, Jefferson Airplane did White Rabbit. Yes, it was Ringo Starr, the Great Society. There you go. You got it right. Great Society actually did the original. Most thought it was John. No, I kind of knew it was Ringo. Jefferson Starship is better? No, Jefferson Airplane. I'm a huge Jefferson Airplane fan. Huge Jefferson Airplane fan. I'm playing Jefferson Airplane songs you guys never heard. One of the better songs, if you guys like the more psychedelic stuff, check out Two Heads by Jefferson Airplane. Check out, God, even their first album, Jefferson Airplane Takes Off. You've got great versions. Grace Slick isn't in the band yet, but the original singer was amazing. Signe Tolly Anderson. Well, White Rabbit also came over from Great Society. White Rabbit and Someone to Love. Both of them do. I know nothing about music. Neither do I. Which Pink Floyd's albums are the Lord of the Rings albums? They're called Blind Guardian is the band. And they do an album called Nightfall and Middle Earth. And they also have some elements in, I think, Somewhere Far Beyond. But Nightfall and Middle Earth and Somewhere Far Beyond have Lord of the Rings stuff. But it's not Pink Floyd. Dabbled in making game music, but I wouldn't say I'm great at it. Otherwise, I've been a drummer in real life. I don't really play anymore. See, that's me. I'm not really a guitarist. I just kind of like messing around. See, Horde, my dad is a jazz guitarist, and people always asking to play that. It pisses him off. I don't think it pisses me off, but, you know, I just don't know it. I don't know anything. And I know Freebird's kind of a terrible song, too. Which Pink Floyd album was loosely a sequel to Lost? See, I don't know a lot about Pink Floyd other past the Syd Barrett era. Final Cut. Okay, I don't really... music nerd here, can't play a note. I'm kind of a music nerd myself, but yeah, I can't really play anything. Love to hear the White Rabbit Great Society version with a harp, and I don't know why. Well, the Great Society version is, I can't play it, but I think they're using like a keyboard to make the Middle Eastern sort of flute sound. check it out if you can find the Great Society version. It's actually really interesting. They have a couple of good songs on there. Free Advice is kind of interesting. There's a couple of good versions of Free Advice. One of them is better than the other. Pierre Henry's Psych Rock is where Futurama got his theme from. I don't really listen to a lot of newer stuff, so no. Not really. I haven't heard of him. Learning to Fly, I love it. See, no, Learning to Fly, I remember listening to or hearing a little bit as a kid. Smoke on the Water, I think that... Something like that, Smoke on the Water? Something like that? I don't remember where it goes. It's one of those that, like, I can kind of remember it. Yeah, it's just the riff. Yeah, I don't remember which key it's in. I don't remember where to start it, where to start the note. Some of those I haven't played in for so long. Listening to some good indie stuff on Spotify. Arbitration on Great Society has some saw on me for some reason. Pierre Henry was born in the 20s. The song is from the late 60s. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never actually listened to that one. I should probably know about it then. It has some sway for you. Bob and I actually got to meet Grace Slick. Well, they had her boots in the Hard Rock in Denver for a while. I would love to meet her. She's cool. I have never felt more like Grace Slick in my life until recently. For a lot of reasons. Blackmore uses a very archaic chord change to do that riff. Well, yeah, Richie Blackmore, the way Richie Blackmore plays it is different, but Richie Blackmore is like a Renaissance guitarist. He has definitely got his finger in the classic stuff. Lazy Sunday Afternoon? Something like that? Something like that? I don't remember. The band I've met, if our talk was Firehouse from the 90s. My god, Firehouse. Okay, Firehouse did... What did Firehouse do? I kind of remember them. That was Trickster, I'm thinking. What did Firehouse do? Tell me the couple of their hits. I do kind of remember Firehouse. Because I remember a lot of that late 80s, early 90s metal. That's it. The Crazy Meds are kicking in. I like Crazy Meds. Firehouse, what about Ice House? I don't know Ice House. Once in a Lifetime. Yeah, I'm mixing them up with Danger Danger and Trickster. I don't know anything about Ice House. One Immortal Coil, Diary of a Madman, Randy Rhoads and Ozzy. Dude, that's a long time ago. I remember the Blitz Girls. No, do you guys remember Cycle Sluts from Hell? Ice House are Australian 80s synth. Wow, I don't remember them. Last concert was Black Cherry. What was my last concert? Well, my last concert is in a month. I'm going to see Ghost. So, at the end of the month, the beginning of next. Any thoughts on grunge? I'm honestly a 90s kid. Most of what I grew up with was grunge. I was listening to like more Typo Negative and 45 Grave during that time. I was listening to more Babes in Toyland instead of heavy metal. So grunge grunge was already done in my opinion, by the time it got big. Let's Creek Bop. Oh, I can actually play that one. I gotta go really quiet. That's all I remember. They did a song from Young Einstein. Holy crap, I haven't thought about that movie in forever. DJ Odyssey. If he's still alive, I'll see Sir Paul in June. That's cool. He'll probably be alive. New York Dolls. Crap, I haven't heard hardly any. Well, they did like Personality Crisis. That's probably the only New York Dolls song I know. I played bowler in the mid-80s. Used to club then. Who played in bowler in the mid-80s? Blitz Girls. No. Well, my boulder band is Warlock Pinchers. They're my boulder band. And actually the other band I really love from Colorado. They're from Denver though. 16 Horsepower. Really love 16 Horsepower. I remember the Fabulous Poodles. No. I dare say I prefer Flying High Again over Crazy Train. I can never listen to Crazy Train as long as I live and be okay. I'm just so tired of it. Yes, I was young ones deal with it. Me too. I got to see, I got to go to the Fox Theater and see Ween in the upstairs, sort of, in the balcony that not a lot of people know about in the Fox Theater, so I got to see that. I got the song Vampire Rock. Vampire Rock. Well, what about 45 Grave Surf Bat? Check that one out. That's a good one. Thoughts on Rush? I don't mind Rush. Rush is really good up until about 1979, and then they kind of dropped off for me. But their early stuff was really good. Glycerine by Bush. Bush was so overplayed. It was so terribly overplayed, in my opinion. I really didn't. What about Styx? I actually got to see Styx in like a couple years ago. I don't mind Styx. They're they're kind of a guilty pleasure band. I'm a little bit too much of a hipster to admit that I like them, but I kind of like some of their stuff. Skinner and Marshall Tucker. I'll see you in November. So I'm going to Ghost. I love Ghost. They're actually, I don't know, they kind of hit all the sweet spots for me. Lady. Well, Styx, okay, Styx, Sweet Mountain Blue, I love. That's one of my favorites. You saw Buckwheat Zydeco at the Fox. That's an old band I haven't heard about. The Verve get enough of love back then due to bands like Bush. That's true. Like Bush, I had no idea what they're singing about. They weren't bad. The Pixies weren't bad either. But yeah, it's probably getting close to the end of stream time. It's getting a little too late to talk about music. I gotta go quiet. Kill Rosie was a guilty pleasure. I think for me, Grand Illusion is a guilty pleasure of Styx. Unfortunately, I had a migraine at the time, so I didn't enjoy it. Oh, that sucks. Have you heard the AC/DC tribute band Hell's Bells? I don't like AC/DC enough to sit through any of their songs, but I'm sure they're fun if you like AC/DC. I don't know, AC/DC I got so sick of. They were so overplayed in like the early 90s when I was really into metal. Like Kiss, like any of those really popular bands. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. You know what, we're gonna roll the credits, and hopefully the credits are still on. Are they on? They're not on. Now they're on. Hopefully I can roll the credits. There we go. Roll the credits. To my sister just sticks. 19-year-old me and hundreds of 14-year-olds. Wow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been super fun. We got all these new subs today. We got all these new people. I don't know if it scrolls by with the super chats or all the other stuff. I think it does. Thanks for supporting the stream. It does. And so if you want to get your name on, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And thank you so much to everybody and the new subs and the new people. AC/DC, World Anchors, Chipmunk. Not seen this before. This is new. This is new through Streamlabs. I can do like a Star Wars one. Also, there's different versions of it. There's different versions. There's like a build-up one. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones I could use. So love the credits. Awesome. Hopefully you guys love the credits. I can even embiggen them. I think I can make them bigger. I think I can make them as big as me. Yeah, I can make them the whole screen. I can put them on top of me. But thank you guys so much. I'm in a movie. You guys are in a movie if you donated. Absolutely. And you get credit for being awesome. And so, yeah, Matthew Luck, JW Champagne, John Wilson, Dan Taylor for the new subscriptions during the stream anyway. And thank you so much for all the people who did the super chat stuff, which are Thomas Potts, Tippy Tail McKitty, Lori Roberts, and Obi-Wan Reviews, Evil Ash 3373. Thank you guys so much. It is closing time. But yeah, isn't this cool? I love having the credits. I'm on credit, snarky old man. Well, you know what to do to get the credits, and I don't want to be pushing anybody, but thank you guys so much. I love you all. It has been super fun, and this was kind of an impromptu stream, but thank you so much. Yes, and Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye!